Game over.
Game over, man. Game over. Fuck. What the fuck? Fuck. Who the fuck? Fuck is fucking. How are you so fucking fuck? Fuck. Wait a minute. There's things here. There's trees. There's rocks. There's birds. There's squirrels. Come on. We'll bless them all until we get the chicken. Join me. What about you guys? We ain't found shit.
Your mouth all glued up with Connie juice. I asked you a question.
Boy, and I can't think right now for the food.
Welcome, everybody. We're doing a show. I'm excited. I hope you are too. I'm pumped, man. I got the show all ready to go. We're fucking flying out the gate. People already jumping into the chats. Good to see you on Twitch, Rumble, YouTube, all of it. The Blind Trader, Mr. Q, both saying hello to everyone. Let's make sure we've got Rumble's window up. Yep, we've got that going. Let's go to the live thing to make sure the feed is correct. Is there no... Don't... All right, oh, God, I worried. Oh, I worried. Every time that I set up the Rumble thing, I worried.
Hey, laser lips! Your mama was a snowblower!
Thank you, Jesse. Thank you for jumping into the chat. I'm really glad to see all of you. Like I said, I get really nervous when I fire up the show and I don't have the Rumble linked up because I'm always worried that maybe it didn't link, you know? Please forgive me. I didn't watch yesterday. You're forgiven. You're forgiven. We're doing well. Rumble pays out automatically like every month and a half. Like every month and a half on its own, Rumble will knock out a day of the show. So you're forgiven for giving us, for taking a day off. But don't let it happen again, man. Don't let it happen again. We aren't doing this shit all the time. What do you think? This is a thing we got to do every day. We got to keep our grinding the grind. That was going to be the original title until we came up with the one that we have for today's show. Of course, the title for today's show is Knock Knock, Who's There? Reality. Because we have a lot of people that are coming to grips with it live in real time in front of us. So we're going to talk about them. We're going to mock them. Because good God, are they worth mocking. And... Chevy JB will do. Thank you, Chevy JB. Thank you. Don't get mad, bro is. Okay, bro. Don't get mad, bro is. I don't, Jesse, I'm not sure, but okay. Trust you know what you're saying. I don't know what you're saying, though. All right, so we've got a whole bunch of stories that we can jump into. God, we got to get the chat to filter in a little bit, and then we'll be ready to go. And we've got, like I said, a shit ton of stuff. All of them already loaded for the first hour. We've got an interesting video. We've got a story about a lady who apparently doesn't understand the rules of airplane etiquette. This isn't news. We found out this before, but now we've got a new one, so we're going to go through it. And we're going to talk about Selma Blair. If you don't know who Selma Blair is, have you seen the original Hellboy, the fire lady? That's Selma Blair. At any rate, Selma Blair is one of these, like, pasty-face, white, dark-haired people, and she made big news recently, but recently she's gone, like, bleach blonde, which makes her look weird, so I'm like, who the fuck is this lady? But her story's very funny, and it's MS-related, so I figured, what the fuck? We'll talk about it. Wrong button. So we'll do that, too. As well as we're going to talk about some people with thoughts on the Derek Chauvin happening, so we'll go through that. And then what is the... Oh, we've got some AI-generated video memes, and I figured we'll laugh at those. And that's just in the first hour. We're going to be doing this shit till 5:30, and that's just the first hour's content. Lock, loaded, ready to go. Crazy shit. I'm just sitting over here tracking my American Truck Simulator. Gives me something to watch. Sitting over here tracking on my American Truck Simulator. So you're doing a simulator where you're driving an American truck, or... You know what? Fuck it. Whatever is working for you, blind trader. Good for you. You know what I am? Too dumb to judge. I am no one who has any right, any ground, any standing to judge anybody else's habits or hobbies. I play World of Warcraft, and I literally, like, I got the show all prepped and ready to go so early that I'm like, I can jump in there for a minute. And I'm in there for fucking 45 minutes, and I'm like, oh, we got to leave. We got to start the show in like 10 minutes. We got to go. And so I had to. Aaron was really upset this morning about the Vikings game. I think it's more than he could bear. Wait, did the Vikings lose to the Bears? I didn't even check on that. Let's, everybody was talking about it like it's a gimme. They lost by 2 points to the Bears. Did I not call it? I called it and I ordered a pizza. God damn it. I said this would happen. I said this is how the Vikings play, right? The chips are down. There's nothing we can do. We're heading to the bomb site, and we've only got one wing, and we're running out of gas. But somehow they make it there despite all the odds. They drop the bomb. The bomb hits the target. Oh, it was a dud. This was all for nothing. And see, there it is again. Minnesota Vikings, second in the NFC North, which is how the Vikings fans will go, well, we're second in the NFC North. We're second as, it's a setback. It's a setback. It's a setback of the Chicago Bears with a 4-8 record. It was 3-8 before the game. And for a general breakdown, let's let you know how it went. Well, in the first quarter, nothing on both sides. Amazing. Second quarter, 3 points on both sides. Okay. Third quarter, 3 points Bears. Fourth quarter, 6 points Bears. 7 points Vikings. So we started making a comeback. If they'd give us one more game, we could pull this thing out. Rusty Grammar stealing Buzzard Bob's gimmick, sons of bitches. I'm not stealing anybody's gimmick. I'm sorry, I pushed the wrong button. I'm back now. Cheers, bro. I'm drunk. Hey, man, you know what, Jesse? Whatever you do, you do you, as long as you're having a good day. Selma, I'd tap it. till Thursday. What do you mean you tap it till Thursday? What happens after Thursday? Is there like a new piece of ass that comes out? No idea. All right, but at any rate, we'll get into that one because that one's very, very funny. I relate to it personally, so I thought we'd talk about it because why not? We've got the show going again for another 3.5 hours, so thank you for joining us. We're going till 5:30. All the funding we get moves into what are we on? We have it written down. What are we on? What are we on? We're on December 12th. We're $10 into December 12th. $40 left on that goal. That is a Tuesday. Very, very happy about that, by the way. Thank you. So let's keep going with the news, the stories, and shit. Should we just start it? I mean, we could let people filter in a little bit more. There's not a whole lot left to catch up on, unless you guys got some. Vikings guaranteed not to lose this week, though. Guaranteed by who? Do you have that in writing? Because let me tell you right now, people were saying that we couldn't lose to the Bears. People were already saying, look, our new super awesome quarterback guy might not be the smoking gun or whatever that we thought he was. But, he's good enough to beat the Bears. Good enough to beat the Bears. Bye week. Oh, so we don't play anybody. We're guaranteed. So you're right. We are guaranteed not to lose this week. See, this is, and you know what? Like, I'm not even ripping on Vikings fans. This is Minnesota teams in general. It doesn't matter if it's the fucking Timberwolves or if it's the people farting. It doesn't matter. Thank you, Declassified Crocs. Doesn't matter who it is. These are the ways the teams in Minnesota go. If you really root for them and the chips are down. No, I'm doing a show, goddammit. Thank you, Lab Glass. We better check on that, by the way. How close are we on the party? Sticker party, nowhere near close. Don't even got to worry about it. So let's just throw that down. Let's go Cowboys. Thank you for that, St. Caesar. Yeah, let's go Cowboys. That's the way to do it in Minnesota. The best way to be a happy sports fan in Minnesota is to cheer for someone else's team.
Fuck off.
I mean, I could. I really could. God, do I wish I could. We're going to do a show, though. F that. We're going to do a show. So,
Fuck off.
No, I won't, St. Caesar. And you can insist all day, but we're doing a show. Let's get into our first story. There's a video that's been circulating on, well, that and Twitter. Now, I don't know if this is maybe we have West Coast people that can tell me if this is a regular occurrence. If you're only listening and not watching, it's a video of somebody driving down the street and there's a tumbleweed the size of a car. A tumbleweed the size of a car. And I don't know. I feel like it's a very, very fitting message for the state of California. Just driving down the road, and oh my God, look at the size of that thing. Even the vegetation is like, fuck it, I'm leaving. The tumbleweed's rolling out of town because if it waits any longer, it's going to become a burning bush. Oh, my God. Again, it's not that there's a tumbleweed in California. Such things happen. It's that thing's the size of a goddamn van. All right? Cowboys won Thanksgiving Day. Yeah, they did. They also had Dolly Parton on the stage, which also apparently caused issues. They don't play, so no lose. Yeah, we got that covered. I bet he's a fellow virtual farmer. Don't got no PC to play Truck Simulator. I mean, I don't want to mock people's games, but I never understood the farming and the truck simulator. Did we need that? Thank you, Thorn, for the 25 bits. It throws us off, but okay. Thank you for the 25 bits. I should maybe up that price just to cover the underwear replacement alone. so much because like right now I got to get the show back on track, and it's just I can't because you know I.
Boy, and I can't think right now for the food.
All right, so let's go ahead and get. Oh, that's the end of it. So let's play it again. Again, that's a giant fucking tumbleweed. All right, it doesn't even look like it. That looks like it might be even alive. If that's been I've been waiting so long. If I could make him sit his pants, I would be so happy. Well, congratulations. It's a brown letter day for you. So yes, that video is going viral, which makes me think it's not a common occurrence. It's not a common occurrence to see a giant fucking tumbleweed. And then other people are like, global warming's real, and these wildfires are proof of it. Really? Really? It's not that you have giant rolling brambles of brush fire available. That's just kindling on the move. Like I said, it's like even that should be, thank you, voice crack, suck the masculinity right out of the show. That should be the advertisement that we see anytime Gavin Newsom runs for office. Gavin Newsom, where it's so bad in California. Actually, let's just do this. And now, ladies and gentlemen, our new Gavin Newsom ad. Let's flip over here and then do this. Boom. Do you love California? Well, then you'd be one of the few. Under Newsom's reign, it's gotten so bad even the plants are like, fuck it, I'm leaving. So go on into California. There's plenty of space. That's right, migrants. We're talking to you. Because the plants are leaving. They are literally uprooting themselves. Okay? Gavin Newsom. Not the America you want, not the America you need, but the California you have. Yes, Joe Berger, I'm aware that they have wildfires every year, followed by mudslides. I'm saying that giant tumbleweeds like that might contribute to how the wildfires occur. Just saying. Oh, isn't that just like California? First we are going to burn it down, then it's a mudslide, y'all. What are you talking about? Nothing. Don't read into that at all. No, close it. I want to close the window. I want to close the window. So again, a giant tumbleweed moving through the state. Like I said, I get it. It's a natural thing. It's a plant. But it's a plant. It's a goddamn plant. The CIA's under it. It's a conspiracy. And they're stealing the vegetation from California. And I won't stand for it. I'm sorry. I apologize. I'm a Christian. I'm losing my temper. The government's after me, and it's been a problem. I apologize. I'm sorry. All right. Anyways, they also have lots of Mexicans and... Oh. Well, I mean... The Mexican part, I would understand. Believe it or not, California is an area where traditionally Hispanic and Mexican people, overall, culturally speaking, generally came from. So the idea that a bunch of them would be there, not surprising, if I'm honest. It kind of makes sense. And all we got is a stupid moose. What? All we got is a stupid... Are you talking about in Minnesota? You saying all we've got is a stupid moose? Did the moose make it? I mean, I'm not keeping track. I've been rooting for ambitious hunters to use the moose tracking thing as a way to hunt the moose. I don't even know if you can, but that's what I'm rooting for. The moose made it. Oh. Great. The moose made it. Alrighty, so besides that, it's wonderfully shitty, says Joe Berger. Another thrilling endorsement about California. Besides all of the other stuff we've mentioned, it's wonderfully shitty. And we're not just talking about San Francisco. Those are called facts. That's what we do here. Serious show, serious people, serious topics, God damn it.
Your mouth all glued up with Connie juice. I asked you a question.
What question? I didn't hear a question. All right, so let's get back to this story. PETA posted about turkeys eating humans because we had Thanksgiving last week. If you didn't remember, it was a holiday where a lot of us probably ate turkey. Now, PETA took this as an opportunity to really virtue signal for all of the wounded animals. All the lonely animals, where do they all come from? Well, actually, they fuck because they don't have any understanding of longevity or offspring or providing. They just have natural urges to reproduce. All right, so on Twitter, PETA said oh my God, it's so beautiful. PETA said, turkeys would never do this to us. You don't have to do it to them either. And they shared this picture. They shared this lovely photo of turkeys and hens around a table holding hands, being thankful, with a person dressed and done in the middle of the table. I have to actually say, I find this hilarious. Is this the right place for the sponge bath party? I don't know about the sponge bath party. Nobody told me about that lab glass chocolate mousse. What are we talking about? I went to California and all I got was overtaxation and a pet tumbleweed. Well, Saint Laurent, I can't give you the tumbleweed, but if you come to Minnesota, we'll overtax you too. $17 billion surplus. Don't give that back to the people. It's only a huge recession. Seriously, Minnesota, if we don't get the government that we have in office elected out like by a resounding amount this election season, there's no saving you. There just isn't. All right, I'm sorry. Tim Walz and all these Democratic cronies need to go. Thank you for the legalizing marijuana. Very much appreciate that. But the money grubbing, stealing thing you've been doing, I feel like you should be in jail. Just saying. Just saying. I kind of feel like the government in Minnesota should all be rounded up and held to the highest degree of the law. And if the laws have been worked in their favor, well, then I guess we'll just go to the razor board option. All right. Is that turkey a girl? Yes, these two turkeys on the side are women. That's why they have that's why they're hens. Or that's a girl. I can't really maybe that's a girl. That's a female turkey because of the breast meat. I'd lick that turkey gizzard. Ew. Ew. All right. So now that was what PETA posted. We've spent a little bit of time talking about PETA. Now again, PETA said turkeys would never do this to you. Please don't do it to them. The internet thought you should know. Turkeys are not vegetarians. Turkeys eat mice, lizards, frogs, and just about anything they can fit in their mouths. If turkeys were larger or had the technological means to farm and eat humans, their current diet reveals they likely would. I do not love Elon Musk, and I'm not like, oh my God, Twitter, but I love this new feature of Twitter, and I didn't even mean to do the stupid gay clapping thing, I'm sorry. But I love this new feature of Twitter, because again, PETA like, oh, you can't have animals as pets, we should, slaughter the people and preserve the animals, because I have feelings. Yeah, you realize the animal kingdom is the most vicious, most unforgiving, most no-holds-bar thing in... Like, seriously, watch a lion take down a gazelle or something else and be like, you know what, we need to really be nice to the animals. They're so pure and innocent. You know what that tiger is? That tiger's hungry and he'll rip anybody apart if it means eating something, motherfucker, your ass included. Oh, Predator 6 gizzard call. Nice. Jesse saying, yes, baby, I'll do her. I'll do that turkey. Well, I mean, at least you'll have somewhere to park your baster. But my point is, again, the fact-checking on this is hilarious. So this is, here, let's give you a better view of the quote thing. So actually, yeah, so again, we already read it, but so their post that came out with this, we're lucky turkeys would never do this to us. You don't have to do it to them either. And now turkeys are not vegetarians. They eat mice, all of that. And a link to that information if you want to, argue it. So, again, I just love that PETA got their fucking dick handed to them with their bullshit. I'm so sick of ideologies pushing out their bullshit as facts. I hate it when it's done by religion, political groups, any activist group. It's like, hey, here's my bullshit. I'm pushing it out as a fact. You can't contest it. Like, no. We can have actual facts. Wait, do we have? Why are they? All right, so a lot of people just laughing at the community note. I thought they were answering back at it. Again, PETA might oh my God. Someone really enjoyed it and said, "The turkeys pray before their meal. You could learn from them, you atheist scum." Hey, PETA, maybe you should put down that ideology and pick up religion. Look, I'm not for Turkinator 2 Gobble Day. I don't know about that one. But again, like I said, I'm not for needlessly hurting animals or anything, but acting like, this is so sad that these animals are all slaughtered for our own, personal needs to eat as people and have a celebration. They wouldn't do that to us. Really? Is that your defense? The animal kingdom would bend us over and R-word us as hard as they could, even if we never had the advantages we do now. It's just how it works. I bet he's a fellow. All right, we got that. We've got that. Mackinsley's saying hello. Good to see you. Good to see you. All right, so we've got 3 hours left in the program. Thank you for joining us. Those are just the first couple stories that we've gotten. Just to wet our beak, pun intended. So
Last time I checked, we don't have a whole lot of songs that feature the cowbell.
I gotta have more cowbell, baby.
Well, good timing because we just took a break in between those two stories. That's what I call a segue. And so how about a little cowbell for Johnny Chimpo, 27 months helping support us on this program. Thank you so much, Johnny Chimpo. Rolling on cowbell. Hey-o. Literally, my arm is tired.
Seems
today.
good, 100.
All right, and then 100 bits. Now we're awfully close to a hype train. Thank you very much. I might have to... I'm kind of trying to not roll bong loads all the time. Just conserve the herbage. So we'll load one up though.
Cheer 100 ball Dax.
Because that's gonna happen.
Here comes a train, a busy little train, rushing up and down on the daisy line. Mummies and daddies, the grandpas and the grannies, everyone's aboard on the 809. Here comes a train, and here comes driver's head too. Wah-hey! Here it comes, here it comes, here comes the train to stay. Here comes the train!
Oh, this medicinal stuff is so dry. It's hard on the lungs. All righty. So let's get train. It comes to train. Better get out of the way. Oh, Jesus, Jesse. 43% of the way through level 1 of the hype train. Thank you very much. All of this vape smoke looks animated. This isn't a vape. This is not a vape. As for the smoke looking animated, it might be because there's a light over here that changes color and something screwy with my filter I can't seem to get right, so maybe that's why. I'm sorry. Very real smoke. Joe Berger saying, rookie. I might be a rookie. We're 43% of the way through the hype train. I have a controlled burn to do in a minute. And then we'll do a controlled burn for every level. All of that, again, just goes towards funding the show down the road. So, again, thank you very, very much. We are into December 12th. Knock out like $5-6 at this rate. We'll see where it goes. You need to change your screen weed. My screen weed? What do you mean I need to change my screen weed? Or do you mean weed screen? You need to change your screen to weed. Jesus, I can't read today. I should change the screen to weed. I'll have to get like an animated weed background thing for when we have hype trains rolling. That's a really good idea. Thank you for that, Jesse. Saint Caesar asking, are you on Steel Toe this week? I took this week off. Yes, I caught you, Jesse. Again, thank you. Beautiful idea. Really appreciate that. I am going to work on that. I took this week off to help with my daughter. She's been having some issues. There's been, we're going to talk about the pneumonia thing going around. It might be hitting my household. So this whole, like, it's fake. I mean, but so there's been people, Soul Train intro. I'll have to work on that. That could be a copyright thing, but also not a bad idea, St. RN. Thank you again for that. 2 minutes left, 43%. If you want to help out the show today, right now, best time. Throw it all in now. Get it done now. We'll just fucking have a great time for the rest of the show. And all of that, again, counts for, we don't just pocket it. It goes towards keeping this show up every day. Is she okay? My daughter appears to be fine. Her mom and her grandmother both seem to be having some issues with, like, pneumonia, bronchital stuff. So they've been going to, like, non-emergency to see the doctors and everything. But I've been staying here just to help, in the mornings and stuff if I can with taking care of the girl. She's all right. Everything's good.
Motherfucker.
Hey, dear Butch, thank you for the 100 bits. Level 1, 50% even. I came down with the non-tasting bug in COVID Sunday, still not right. None of that. There's nothing COVID related, so it's nothing COVID related. But either way, like I said, I took the week off to be able to help out around the house. I'm doing a lot with the Steel Toe Show next week, and I've got an extremely busy December. So I can't. I don't mean to brag, but I'm too poor to afford a vacation. But I took a personal reprieve for a light load week, and there you go. PM says Chevy JB. Oh. Let's check here if I'm missing something. Let's see. I don't think we're missing anything, but now when someone over on PM, I don't know what PM means. Private message. Where's the... I'm looking for the private messages. I'm sorry. I'm really being a dick, but holding up the show here. But I got to make sure if someone threw something at us that we get that credit.
Hey guys, 100 Siemens in your tum-tum.
Thank you so much. All right, so no, I'm not missing anything that I know of. So I don't know what PM is. All right. 100 Siemens in your tum-tum. We just ended that there at, I think, like 55 or something. Thank you for that. Let's get into this next video. Got a controlled burn to do. The smell of bread and queso must get old quick, says St. Caesar. Honestly, physically walking in is a bitch, but doing remote sucks. I don't like doing remote in terms of a long-term setup. So, I'll do remote if it's like a health thing and I don't want to get people sick, but yeah, the bread and the queso you get used to.
100 LOLOLOLOLOLOL.
Thank you, Matthew Townley, YouTube, saying what's up. Hey, good to see you. Thank you for the 100 bits. Again, all that counting for later in the week. We're going to get into this next video. I'm going to do my controlled burn. We got 3 hours left in the program. Thank you for being here. Wrapping down your day, having fun. Feel free to join in on the chats if you want to get up in that. And if you want to be part of the audio interacting, sticker interacting stuff, you have to use Twitch because YouTube and Rumble don't have those. But I'm hopeful. Rumble's going to come around. YouTube's a dog shit thing that I'll use as long as I can, but if it, whatever. But Rumble changes and updates, and I'm hoping if I wait it out long enough, Rumble's really going to bring some of the more interactive shit in. Really enjoy that. Let's go ahead and get into this video. Nice dick. Who's got a nice dick? Matthew Townley? nice dick. I don't know what that's about. Oh, and then Kotod asking about the stickers. Yes, my apology. Let's get the sticker party thing on here. We're a little ways off. We're 900 bits off. But if you look up there, the icon above me, the little heart with the plus symbol, that should be over here somewhere in this area of the screen on the side by where the chat box is. And you can click on that to do stickers. The stickers cost bits, and they do sound drops. Unless we have a sticker party, every 1,000 bits of stickers, we get a sticker party where everyone gets to go crazy with stickers for their fun. And we just bukkake the screen in stickers. We paint it like an OnlyFans model. Anyways, let's get into, people say young people don't have enough motivation. I would like to say, no, here we have a 12-year-old who's trying to get an early jump on the workforce.
Okay, now don't get in front of it. He's lowering the hooks. Don't go in front of it.
No, you're not. Your eyes are not deceiving you. That's a police chase of a forklift in Ann Arbor, Michigan. And that's not even the half of it. The forklift was allegedly stolen by a 12-year-old.
This
and the
is why
went on for more than an hour. Now, thankfully...
Wait a minute. The pursuit went on for more than an hour, and you've boiled this down into a 30-second clip? No! We are going to YouTube. And if it's not there, I'll even start checking Rumble. I'm going to start using Rumble as my search engine for video clips pretty soon here to start really kind of making it the place I want it to be. All right, 12-year-old steals forklift. 40. Thank you, Lab Glass, but now is not the time. I'm trying to find a better Oh, here we go. Do we want the whole 30-minute video to kind of just jump through and see, or do we want Grand Theft Auto 6 is coming out? Coming out, we're cutting to it right now. Ladies, I give you the now I have to say I did not sign an NDA. But I am going to show you this, and I might get struck for this, but I am going to show you some unlicensed beta footage from Grand Theft Auto 6. Here we go. Boom. Take it away. Is there no audio? What the hell? Oh, there is no audio. It's muted. Jesus.
Still going. Just blew the stop sign at Fountain.
He just blew a stop sign. Because again, if anyone gets in front of you, you're driving a massive forklift. If anyone gets in front of you, just stab them. You're driving chopsticks on wheels. I don't think anyone wants to be in front of you right now. It's like the running of the bulls, except it's heavy equipment.
No traffic, no pedestrian.
Matthew Townley saying, kids won't be playing GTA 6. Right. Kids won't be playing GTA 6. Although, actually, there is that facial recognition shit. Maybe they won't. Is this on Xbox? I hope so, because I want to be playing right now. And it's weird you've got to drive the car from the point of view of the police officer, but I guess, it adds an element of realism. They got to get creative with all right, we're in a third-person view, and it doesn't really make sense. I know, what if it's all CCTV footage?
Speed 17.
17 miles an hour.
Passing Spring.
Breakneck speeds of 17. I will say, driving remarkably well for a 12-year-old. This is on the Intellivision Amico.
Still no traffic, no pedestrians. Speed 18.
Speed 18. What part is worse on this? The fact that technically that's an armed vehicle, so you can't just get over in front of it and pit it. It's heavy duty. You can't pull any of your usual cop pullover techniques. But it's also moving at the speed of smell. You're doing 12 to 18 miles an hour. I could keep up with this on a bicycle, and my legs don't work that well. I mean, Jesus. All right, so dispatch, we're still chasing this guy, and I'm about to fall asleep. Over. passing Felch.
Yeah, I'm coming up straight.
Okay, you know what?
Passing Cherry.
I was making fun of them. But this does kind of just become... Oh, God, is he trolling them? Did they... It looks like they might have even shot out the tires. Nope, never mind. That's just some weird thing. You know what you guys should do? Keep the sirens and the lights going. I don't know if he knows he's doing something wrong. Dude, I gotta say, remarkably good at the driving. You know, if you were a completely like psychotic kid, I'd pull into the opposite lane. You know, make it real exciting. Now, what's going through your head, kid? Do you think you're gonna get away with this? Because I hate to. Oh, now he's getting rough with him. Abrupt braking. This kid's got balls. This kid's got balls. The police are less aggressive in GTA 6. Took me about 2 hours to figure out a lull like that. What? 2 hours to... This is a canceled Game Boy Advance game and it leaked online. There's a lot of adults with less skill that drive these for a living, right? Like I said, it's really fucked up that the kid is doing this. But at the same rate, could he use this on a resume? Like, could you be like, hey, man, I'll drive that fucking forklift like a son of a bitch. Be like, I don't know, man. We prefer people with several years of experience. Came out of the womb doing it. Look at, this is me at 12. I don't mean to brag. I held off the Ann Arbor Police Department. Oh, to operate a lull like that. All right, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Why did we block the kid? Why was this necessary? Did he fly a bird? Did he be like, is he driving down the road and he's like, yeah, keep honking your horn, asshole. I'm still going. I am loving this kid more and more. Very meh dick here. I don't know what you're talking about, Chevy JB. Are you saying it's a meh show? I feel bad. We got high numbers. We're coming up to the end of the first hour, and I feel like we're doing great. I think the kiddo flipped the cops, and you know what? I would never say this if this were my kid doing this, especially, but bravo to him. I mean, they are very, very emasculated right now. What are they going to do? Shoot him with a taser? Tear gas him? Nah. They're not going to do anything. They're just following him with their lights and their sirens. And he's like, yeah, effing do it. Stop me if you dare. Look, it's fucked up. And he said, fuck you, cops. I'm going home now. Screw you guys. I'm going home. Probably blocked because he's a juvenile. No. The reason why I'm saying it's probably blocked, the flicking them off. Yeah, absolutely. But I'm saying it's really, really interesting because we get a very clear view of the back of his head all the time. He keeps slowing down, speeding up. Yeah, and I'm sorry. He slowed down. He sped up. He didn't look. No. He went boop. Fuck you. I mean, you can't do anything? You can't stop the tires? Oh, that sign had it. Now he's in trouble. Look, you could get out and run up to him at this point. How are we not stopping this for 30 minutes? This kid's better than some cops driving. Dude, he's better than most women. And he's being very responsible, slowing down. So, the number one place that most people have trouble and make mistakes driving is when they start getting in over their skis, they freak out, they get full of anxiety, and they don't know what to do. And so they just start overreacting, overcorrecting, and fucking up fast, picking up speed, literally. He's doing the right thing, like, oh, this is getting out of control. Slow her down, bring her down. Those tires are much thicker than the normal passenger car tires, especially for those poor girls trying to get the black guy down and got away. Oh. Officer, I was just trying to go to Popeyes, but Dad said no. I'm going to say this. I'm going to put jacking a giant forklift and operating it this well, plus from the view we've gotten of the kid from the back, I'm guessing it's white. Steel Toe missed another goal. Corey didn't show up to his Twitch channel again today. Sucks. Miss Buzzy's G-string. I'm sorry. Well, hey, we're here for you, Miss Buzzy's G-string. This show has a remarkably low goal. Not because it's all we need to survive, but because it's very easy to meet. And I will be here for you. Why? Because I can't fucking go anywhere. My legs don't work. I have a wheelchair and it's exhausting. So yeah, we're going to be here. I'm sorry to hear about that. I did notice that Steel Toe missed a goal. And I'm sorry if that meant you missed out on some entertainment. But we'll keep you happy, comfy, cozy, and ready to go for another 2.5 hours if my voice will stop cracking. And you haven't tasted any semen either. Nope, I have not. I am glad to say, orally and anally, still a dick virgin. I can't say a complete oral virgin because, point of fact.
Is your mouth all glued up with Connie juice? I asked you a question.
It is, but that's because it's so good. How do you stop? Like, honestly, that's my problem. I can't go down on women because then you're like, all right, just enough. Sorry, I keep coughing all the time. I'll be right back. Oh, all right. What the, bro? What?
Is your mouth all glued up with Connie juice? I asked you a question.
I mean, I feel like it's pretty straightforward.
With approval, I can get in front of him. Might be able to stop him.
Please try. Please try to get in front of him. Because I'm going to tell you, you ain't going to stop him. You're going to have to take 2 or 3 to stop him. And this kid will probably just ram the fucking cop car. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you live action of no fucks given. All right.
Get in front of him from the other side. It would need to be somebody coming from behind, otherwise he'll lower the forks. You gotta stay in front of the forks.
Dude, he's gonna lower the forks either way. And that's the other thing. He has the wherewithal to be driving with the forks just high enough to keep the thing balanced. I'm really impressed with the fact that this is a 12-year-old. And so far, other than some signage and stuff, no real property damage. He's not nailing all the cars as he goes by. How much do you hate it if you're the neighborhood right now? All right, so we're going to just keep on keeping on. Let's take it to this point. It's to the point now where he's just on the road. Is he going to make it to the highway? I really want to see that strap get just yanked off. What the is that? It's driving me nuts. It's this little thing dipping around when he turns 18 looking for a job. Do you have any experience operating heavy equipment? Oh, that's what I was saying, Johnny Chimpo. I was like, this guy has to literally just apply for operating heavy equipment and be like, hey, man, have you seen my highlight reel? Go online. Google the bitch. OSHA isn't going to like that loose strap. Exactly, Evil Gandhi. That is a blatant safety hazard, and this is honestly his first strike, in my opinion. Well, he did hit a sign earlier.
Adam 2, go ahead and disengage. Adam 2, disengage.
Adam 2, termination.
All right, so just a merry jaunt.
Lighter traffic still continuing northbound.
All right, so he just keeps it going. I'm getting kind of bored with the... All right, we're at 28:14. We now have about a minute 45 left of this chase. And I'm really wondering what actually brings it to a stop. I feel like if you are the cops, you have been completely emasculated this whole time. Because for the past 20 minutes, no F's given, absolutely nothing done. He's had an escort. Dude, take it off-road. This kid is the lead villain. Yeah, if he does go off-road, I feel like the cops are at a disadvantage. But maybe he didn't realize that. Maybe he's not comfortable going off-road. And that's got to be rough. Like, it'll be bumping up and down. And you'll be moving a lot slower as well, which means they could maybe walk up to you. You get stuck or hung up somewhere, then, I don't know. Flat road is at least safe. Looked like he was actually about to go off-road for a minute there.
He's messing with something in the cab. I can't tell what he's doing.
He's messing with something in the cab. That's why he's swerving. All right, so he's either loading up another meth hit. Oh, you know what? Screw that. We have the bong loaded because of earlier. He's loading up another meth hit, or he's getting himself some weed. I don't approve of that, son. You're only 12 years old. Smoking and doing drugs is for adults. Adults. Oh, yeah, that smoke does fuck with the screen. Wow. That is trippy. It makes everything all fucky. I'm a dick. All right. Where are we at? We're coming in. Coming in for a landing. Are you shitting your pants if this thing's coming at you and you're on the other side of the road? Because if he does swerve into your lane, you're fucked, especially if you already pulled over.
Looks like we're coming over 14 or right now. Correction on that, 23.
All right, so there's a lot of traffic moving down here. Either they're pedestrians that don't know what's happening, or the fucking troops are coming. But I don't see any flashing lights. How have we gotten nobody in front of him this entire time? It's like he knows he's 12 and they won't take any extreme force. I love this dream. Awesome. Thank you very much for this. You're welcome, Jesse. All right, come on, man. I'm getting bored. How fucking... Does he just pull over? Literally, we've got 30 seconds left. What does it take? What does it take to stop this 12-year-old? Does he run out of gas? I'll laugh if he runs out of gas. Like, the only thing that stopped him was just literally no... The construction worker doesn't care about other vehicles on the road. I guess you could say he has no car heart. Oh, declassified Crocs. That was a dad joke, but I'm going to say bravo. No car heart. Get it? Get it? Because they wear them, but because he's insensitive, because he's an unempathetic, because he's 12. You know, he's a sociopath.
Deactivate, and we'll return to the...
So the published video of the... We don't even see it come to an end. So what did it take? Did you shoot the kid? Is that why it cut up abruptly? Like, all right, everybody. The cameras are off. Just dust the. All right. Just wing him. Right. All right. He's 12. He'll heal. I want to say gunfight. I want to see a gunfight. Come on, cops. I wanted to see them do anything. What the fuck? You don't even see it. Yeah, I'm kind of pissed. I got blue-balled by the boys in blue. I wanted to see the ending, man. Where's my money shot? That's not fair. I want to know what it took to end this thing. Well, let's check. All right, so there's that. We don't. The actual original video just linked, or story just linked the video with no description. So we have no idea how the hell that came to a conclusion. Oh, fuck. I am legit. Yeah, for all we know, he's still going. We was waiting to let out our semen out, and they didn't give us the shot. Yeah, we didn't get our money shot. I am very, very disappointed at that because, again, that was a brilliant video of a very ballsy kid, and I just wanted to see the culmination. I wanted to see what the law had to do to reel this person in. You know what this is? This is now an advertisement, a social media advertisement for people behaving badly. Why do you need to behave well? You can get away with it. Hell, you can drive for 30 minutes. The cops won't pull you over. As long as you just steal some heavy equipment. Alrighty, so let's keep going. Again, our show is rocking for another 2.5 hours because we're fully funded today. Thank you for supporting our program. Grizzly, shit ton of numbers. I'm not even going to bother reading them, saying hi. Hey, Grizzly, good to see you. I'm just going to call you Grizzly or Grizz. If that's fine with you, it works with me. GTA 6 ad. I mean, not even a GTA 6 ad, just a, hey, why don't you commit theft ad? What is it? A white kid or a Mexican or a black kid? Looked like a white kid. Other than that, no idea. If we were allowed to see the bird fly that happened twice, we would have been able to get a lot more information on that. But yeah, I quite frankly, I don't see race. I just see, well, in that race, he was first. Can I request a song? We're not doing songs, so no. It's not an Escalade, so evil Gandhi. That is a horrible stereotype. I happen to know an incredibly soft white man that drives a quote-unquote murdered-out Tahoe, so you can't make any judgments based on a large black vehicle with tinted windows. Sometimes it's a bread-addicted queso lover that's driving that thing. All right, so what's this that we're pulling up? Oh. The Samantha Blair thing. First time chat from Army Enormousy saying hello. Hello, interesting. Always two first timers back to back. You know, once is a random thing. Two back to back, interesting. Both well, this one was created a while ago. This looks like an actual account though. So that first one, that Grizzly one though, that was a little more sus. But either way, welcome to the show. Having fun. Hope you're having fun. Army means armadillo, and enormousy means I'm fat. Well, you're among friends. Thank you for explaining the handle. I appreciate that. Let's keep going with our news. We're doing topical news, stories, videos. We make fun of stuff. We just watched a bunch of clips from 30 minutes of a 12-year-old getting the better of the cops in Ann Arbor, Michigan, which honestly, since we didn't see the end of, I'm going to say that I would like to believe that it is canon, that kid's still going. Long live, what do we call him? The goose? I don't know. Fuck it. Long live that kid. So, Selma Blair, like I said, someone you may not know. Big movie that you might remember from is the first Hellboy movie. The first Hellboy movie, she was the pyro chick from the Hellboy movies. Well, Selma Blair has had a long and difficult journey with multiple sclerosis, which is what I also suffer from. Now, I had a similar event to this, although it wasn't people saying you need to work on your dating. I had a similar event to this. We'll get into mine later. I just really love this story. For several decades, Selma Blair felt like no one could understand, let alone diagnose, her pain. The 51-year-old actress who announced her multiple sclerosis diagnosis in 2018 said she had been subjected to prejudicial treatment from an early age. In an interview with Kristen Welker on Meet the Press. Oh, do we have the interview from Meet the Press, or is it a text thing? I guess we'll just have to read it. Blair confirmed a doctor once suggested that she get a boyfriend to deal with her issues. I just cried. I had no capability to process, she said, of receiving that recommendation. What am I supposed to do with this information? I knew the pain was real. I thought it was, but I did start to convince myself, you're overly sensitive. There's nothing wrong with you. Get it together. You lazy whatever, she said of the self-doubt she developed. The Cruel Intentions actress says her health problems started young. I had very clear signs at that time. I had optical neuritis as a child, which really is only from brain trauma or MS, and yet they didn't recognize it in me, even though I was seeking doctors my entire childhood. I had a fever of 101 degrees for 5 years, It just never went away. I had CAT scans. I didn't have bladder function. I mean, I spent my entire childhood on high antibiotics until I developed anaphylaxis, like all of them, and yet it was just like, oh, this dramatic girl. Guys, I'm in this pain. I'm having issues with my bladder. Have you considered taking more dick? So you need a girlfriend to get this done? No. You don't need a girlfriend. You don't need a girlfriend. What they're saying is she's like, guys, I'm in pain. I'm having difficulties with my bladder. I'm having these eye issues. And they're like, you know what it is? You haven't been pumped by a big hard rod yet. Have you taken enough dick lately? How is your vitamin D? And by D, I mean dick. As her pain persisted, doctors continued to be dismissive. When I was older, there was so much medical trauma of always seeking. And doctors, really, they're taking advantage of that time or really just not seeing me, and it was a gender bias, she explained. No, it wasn't. I have a similar story, but don't you worry. We'll get to that. There would be a boy in my grade that would go in for the exact same chronic headache and fever, and he is, in surgery and given an MRI within the week. I was never given an MRI, even though I always had headaches and a fever and balance problems, or my leg didn't work, but they just said, oh, it's just dramatic. Often accompanied by her service dog while out in public. Well, that's nice. Today, Blair is still trying to find her way. She suffers from spasmodic dysphonia, a disorder related to MS that affects her speech, and often walks with a cane and a service animal, although she is in remission. The period from 3 years old until about 5 years ago was hell on earth for me, she admitted, of life since having a diagnosis. And I'm not saying I had a horrible life, but the amount of discomfort, disbelief from kids at school and all the doctors, I couldn't trust myself. They were saying there's nothing wrong with you. Right, there's nothing wrong with you. You just need a man. It's all because you don't have a dude. Spy Pigeon, Johnny, how's it going today, bud? We're doing well. How are you doing, Spy Pigeon? Thank you for jumping in. Sorry if I missed that earlier. Jesse saying, I love the show so much. Thank you, Jesse. Do you have an animal? Animals don't help you walk around. Service animals don't help you walk around. Having a service dog for her, I think, might be more for inaudible reasons or difficulty with her vision, more than likely. But yeah, service dogs, things like that, they don't help you walk. I mean, hell, just look at the pictures of this one. There's her. Fuck your stupid ad. There's her with her service dog. You know, she can't lean on that thing. That pooch ain't got no support. So it's just like I said. I think it's to keep her from walking into traffic and shit. You know, he's like, hey, how about we stay over here? For some reason, he always goes right for the meat market. At any rate, which is ironically what the doctors first suggested she go to. Hey, that's what we call a joke. But yes, like I was saying, my personal story with this is I had multiple signs of difficulty with my multiple sclerosis. And what was it? People first told me I was drinking too much. It was a drinking problem. I had to seek medical help and attention for a while before finally getting it dealt with. And it's a weird thing. So, like, I can see where she's saying, I had it worse than guys, and maybe she did. Maybe she did have it worse than guys. I don't know. She probably had it worse than me. Mine certainly showed up. Blah, 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 blah. Mine certainly showed up at a bad time. But I like I said, I don't know that is it just we didn't have stuff to diagnose it. The weird part is you can come out and be like, hey man, so they told me I needed a boyfriend. Saint Caesar saying, Johnny, it turns out someone's been hacking into DSP's internet and changed the names of his router. Here's the link to skip to 13. All right, I don't normally do this. Saint Caesar has a hard on for DSP. But
Phil, your days are...
So skip to 1358, he says. Let's see this. 1358.
To everyone who's in the area and is driving around.
Greedy piggy. And Panda Lee was hotter. So now anyone that searches the Wi-Fis, but dude, again, I don't know if you know this, Phil. There's no reason to freak out about this. I'm going to give this a little bit. I hope that it wasn't just the names that you were saying. I hope it wasn't just, oh, look, it's dipshit Phil. Yeah, I kind of don't cover Phil a whole lot more now because it's more my own personal entertainment than the audience's. But I do want to see how he reacts to this. Because I will say this. If you just search the local Wi-Fi, you're not going to fucking know who Greedy Piggy is. You're not going to be like, oh, that's that fat fuck that does the streaming. No, nobody knows. Nobody knows, Phil.
Looking at the internet, they can see that this is available networks now, okay? So they did this. That was number one. That was the first thing they did, all right?
That's number one.
Now, as you guys know, my internet was also going on and off yesterday. So what they were doing is while...
Oh, God, don't pick your nose on the stream. And I'm talking about someone who constantly does this to the point where I am literally paranoid. People are going to be like, he's addicted to cocaine. You see how much he pulls on his nose? That's because someone needs a Tootski. No. I do this because I've got hair getting in my nose. I got literally, I've taken so many steroids that I grow facial hair and nose hair like you wouldn't believe. And they get, hung on each other or whatever. So maybe I'll do this. But you literally went in there. Like that was not a nose hair pick or whatever. Like
networks now, okay? So they did this. That was number one. That was the first thing they did, all right? Now, as you guys know,
my internet was also going on and off yesterday.
You went in and started scratching. Ew. Ew. I always like hating on Phil, says Kotod. Dude, Jesse, I'm gonna take a moment. I've been trying to just breeze past it. I appreciate that you like the show. I'm glad you're having a good time. I've gotten the message, and just maybe enjoy it. Either contribute to what we're talking about if you have something, and if you don't, no harm in sitting on it until you do. But we got it. Saint Caesar saying, "Is this Charlie?" No, Jesse's been a big fan of this show and has been a member of it for a long time. But I get what you're saying. All right, so again, Phil, gross, and this is the worst part, Phil. I hate to tell you how to do your job, but 2 seconds ago, this was the screen. You could have taken care of that business, as gross as it is, when you're not on camera. You literally waited till you put your camera up.
So they did this. That was number one.
Yeah, they did this.
That was the first thing they did. All right? Now,
yeah.
as you guys know, my internet was...
Now, as you guys know, now that you can see me and I've clicked the buttons and hit the things to put you on, I don't mean to brag, you guys. I don't mean to let you behind the curtain, but when you switch the camera view on your show as the person running the show, you're well aware of it. It doesn't happen accidentally. Leaving your camera on and jerking off in front of it, that might happen accidentally. But moving over to your new camera feed from where you were to this one, and then not scratching at your nose, not doing one of these to fix a nose hair problem with your mustache, which is, again, gross and I have a problem with, but I wouldn't call him out on that. No. Let's dig for gold with Phil. Oh, boy, so we found a nugget. We found a nugget. Yay. Ew. Gross. What, did you flick it off camera? Come on, man. I mean, a little bit of professionalism.
I was broadcasting my normal stream. They were resetting my modem over and over, just pressing the reset button over.
Now, them resetting your modem over and over and over is because you had a Wi-Fi network that they were able to access. They were able to hack it, and you make yourself known as a person to become a target. Phil, in the job that we do, if you want to call it a job, and I hate to say this, but you're way more successful than me, Phil. You're way more successful than me, leaps and bounds more successful than me, Phil. And someone in your level should be broadcasting from a VPN, should have a masked router and modem that is not publicly identifiable, and you should have a 2-tiered authentication system for people to log into your Wi-Fi. You should have to authorize every Wi-Fi user on your network. They should not be able to just jump in here and do it. But you know what I bet you did? I bet you set up the network and didn't even change the password. You cannot get to it from the outside. They seem like a hack job. That's true, bro. That is not publicly identifiable. I don't know. Unless he opened up ports. Well, gamers often do open up ports to have performance abilities. But you have to, again, open yourself up to this. Like I said, I'm not saying that Phil deserves this. Not at all. But I am saying, Phil, you had a hand in it.
Over and over, so I couldn't continuously broadcast, okay? So, if you didn't notice, I started to ignore them. I was like, listen, if we can't keep, streaming a game, then maybe what we'll do is we'll play something different. We'll do, I have to finish a game. I have a lingering game going on right now, and I'm like, maybe we can do the final hour of that, and even if the internet goes out, no big deal, it's only an hour, So, I guess that pissed the person off, because the person's like, wow, Phil's really not giving me any attention. So, what did they do? I'm going to tell you what they did, all right?
Oh,
now,
so
this
excited.
is where it gets scary. All right? This is where you're like, you got to be fucking kidding me. So listen to this. Since they weren't getting any attention logging into my modem and screwing with my internet, they logged into my business account itself, meaning all of the information that you have in your business account, including your name, your address, your phone number, your email addresses, your payment information, and all of that, your modem information. It's all listed in there, okay?
Why were they able to get access to this? DSP emergency, troll infiltrated in Comcast. How are you allowing, like, look, Phil, I don't know if you know this or not, but like I said, sadly, more successful than me. How are you're on the internet, a place full of autistic people with way too much time and the kind of people that will do this. He must have used the same password for everything. Phil, how long have you been doing this? You let people go on your internet, log into your modem and your router. They start screwing with your internet, and you go, yeah, we'll just ignore them, and I'll just do a show for an hour, and I'll do that. You don't immediately go, hey, they probably have the password to that modem, to that router, to that internet, which means they could maybe access who knows what. My point is, if someone got access to my internet and I knew about it, guess what my immediate thought process is? Disconnect the internet. Call my internet provider. Make sure all of my finances are safe and make sure that I haven't been hacked in any other way, shape, or form. After addressing those leaking holes in the boat, I'll come back and I'll do a show and I'll explain what's going on. But you're telling me, and let me guess, Phil needs your money because this is going on and woe is me, my problems, my life, blah, blah, blah. I'm suffering, so you got to pay for it. Let me guess, Phil, you need the audience to bail you out on this because they fucked with your account, they've spent your money, and now you're broke. DO18 saying, Phil, please open port 22. I won't do nothing bad. No. Nobody asked Phil to open a port, and he did it for that. But I'll tell you as a gamer, sometimes your game might have lag issues, and some of those lag issues might require you to open a port. And the first thing any software or any technician or anyone who knows what they're talking about will tell you, when you start opening ports to your machine, you make your machine open to attack. You've got to prepare yourself for that in certain ways, Phil. How long have you been doing this? How long? How long have you been doing this? You've got 510 members of the 520 you need. You need $50 in tips. That's my daily budget, Phil. And I'm living and feeding, taking care of myself and helping with the house and my daughter and the people who live here. How are you not making this work, Phil?
They proceeded to not only go into there and mess with all of my information, which is against the law, by the way. You cannot do that. They also...
Right. It's against the law. But you know what? They knew that going in. I bet they did it from a VPN. Good luck tracking them down. Oh, that's against the law, guys. You can't do that. That doesn't mean you should make your shit that accessible, Phil. He moves the goal to 100. Then if he hits it, that ups it to 150. Cindy James saying, hi, Johnny. Hi, Cindy James. Indeed. Hit like. Tell your friends. Grow the show. I need to be a bigger thing than Phil. I'm funny. I am prettier than this man. So yeah, do what you can. We appreciate it. And again, Phil Ross Dog's Broken Spirit. Who the devil is DSP? DSP is a longtime internet gamer. And I'll be honest, I have a personal grudge that I try not to indulge too much on my show because I feel like it got out of hand at one point on my show. And I have a personal grudge against DSP. DSP has never done anything to me, never said anything to me. DSP has no fucking clue who I am. But here's why I have an issue with DSP. I love video games. I love them. I love making game movie content, game things, and I'm going to try and do that offline more, because it's, again, just something I'm passionate about. But apparently for me, it's a hobby, because as trying to do it as a streamer, not successful, which is fine. And I accepted that. I accepted that, you know what? Maybe I don't have that certain something. The market's watered down. I got in too late. What are you going to do? Phil got in early, and he sucks dog shit, and he plays horrible old games, and he plays new games, and he's horrible to his audience, and I can't understand how he's still more successful than me, doing what I wish I could do. Instead, I do my show that I enjoy doing, that the audience seems to like, making it work for all of us. And I also watch him and silently go, you're a piece of shit. But since this came forward, we're going through it, and I am going to say, man, Phil, you're a piece of shit. Your tips goal does not change. If it's $50, it's $50. You know what happens when Chandler comes in here with $200? I knock out a fucking week. I don't go up. We better up that goal to 250. No, you. Again, this is where I don't have a problem with horrible shit happening to this man, because I feel like that kind of crap is dog shit. That goal fluctuation bullshit.
Get this. Without my permission, took money away from me and made a payment towards my Comcast internet bill for hundreds and hundreds of dollars.
Phil, are you about to say this person stole your identity and used your bank account to pay your bills? Phil, you know what you say to that? You say thank you. I'd like one moment. I need to come over here. Jesse saying this is why you need two emails. Bro took money, right? This is why you need two emails. X, there can be another. Well, you know what? We'll see. I have to say, where are we? Saint Caesar, you throw wrestling clips at us all the time. You talk about DSP all the time, and none of it bothers me. I let most of it wash over, though, because I don't want to throw it at the audience. But this is, in fact, a very good clip I hadn't even intended, because we are about to watch Phil bitch that somebody hacked and stole his identity, and so far as I know, they just used the abilities that they gained not to take his money and ruin his life, but to just make him pay his own bills. And we're going to hear Phil say how his life is all in shambles because now he can't pay his bills because they paid one of the bills that he had. Phil, most people who deal with identity theft, a friend of mine did recently. Do you know what he said? Well, I hope you enjoy that $2,000 because I'm probably never going to get it back, right? And he considers himself lucky that all he lost was the $2,000. If your identity got stolen, if your shit got hacked to this level, and they paid my Comcast bill with my money. That's a crime, by the way. That is a crime to make me pay my bill with my money. I'm starting to think that this wasn't a hack. This was literally someone who worked with the company and they just withdrew the money from your account, Phil. And look how sour he is. Do you know how many identity theft victims wish all that happened is they did your accounting for you?
Your name, your address, your phone number, your email addresses, your payment information, and all of that, your modem information. It's all listed in there, okay? They proceeded to not only go into there and mess with all of my information, which is against the law, by the way. You cannot do that. They also, get this, without my permission, took money away from me and made a payment towards my Comcast internet bill for hundreds and hundreds of dollars.
For hundreds they took your money and they paid your bill. What are you bitching about? All right, the hacking your internet, dog shit. Affecting your information, dog shit. If they shared any of that online or made this something that people could access, dog shit. I'm not for doxing. I'm not for, what is it? Some people call it gay ops. I'm not for any of that shit. And I don't approve of what was done. However, I do have to say, whoever did this to you, whoever trolled you, I've got to say, you got to realize how remarkably tame this is. He was behind on his bills, right? He was behind on his bills. And by the way, Phil, I don't know if you know this, but if you're behind on your bills and this person really wanted to fuck you over, they could have took the money and run, Phil. They just made you pay your own bills. Johnny, he probably needs the money for shopping on WWE Champions on his day off. I don't know what he needs the money for. But again, unless you're explaining to me where they took your money and they used it for things that are not yours and in no way benefited you, don't cry me a river. This is fucked up and this is really wrong and this is a violation of your personal and business self. But you left yourself open to these attacks in certain ways. And like I said, the person who did this while being a dick, they could have been way worse.
That's fraud.
No, paying your bills with your money is not fraud. If they made you pay your bills with your money, what's the crime? You know what? Go to the people who got the money. Go to Comcast and say, I didn't make that payment. Give me my money back. You know what they'll tell you? They will tell you, DSP, they will literally say, you want us to give you your money back? You've owed us money for a while, and because you didn't make the pay.
Go fuck yourself.
Because let me tell you what this tells Comcast. You had the money. You had the money, and you didn't pay it. American Cupcake and Scott the Engineer went to the same swinger parties. Don't even know what that's about, but thank you for joining the chat, Cindy James. I'm starting to think Phil is his own hacker. You know what? I would believe that, Trucker 18-wheeler, because that, you know, the tinfoil fat conspiracy theory, that makes way more sense. Because again, if this was not Phil, I am going to say bravo to whoever hacked him. The level of restraint that a nameless, faceless person needs to exercise, not to just take your money and fuck you over and have a good holiday, but to just make you pay your own bills to teach you a lesson. If this wasn't you hacking yourself, Phil, for drama, for clout, let me tell you what it was. It was a fucking angel, because so far I have yet to hear the part where you're truly victimized. Yes, they violated your privacy. Yes, they exposed you in a certain way that you shouldn't be exposed. But you left yourself open to these attacks, and they could have left you open to more attacks. But instead, they just fucking paid your bills. Fonta Gamer saying, yo, how you doing? Hey, Fonta, I'm sorry I haven't been on the Xbox to hang out with you and Daniel and all the other Florida boys. The Florida boys. But I have been addicted like a goddamn crack fiend to World of Warcraft, and when I'm not doing show stuff and hanging out with my daughter, I can't pull myself away. I can't. D-Gen, safe words. Dude, you're fine. No, I know. I look pretty good. I've been working out. 100% he meant to pay $200, type 2,000, then he made this up to get money from idiots. I'd believe that too. I would believe that wholeheartedly. Again, let's go back to this smug face. That's fraud. That's not fraud. That's called being a paying your bills with your own money is called being a responsible adult, Phil. I wouldn't brag about the fact that you had to have someone else come in and do it for you. That's called being inept.
You cannot do that. They also, get this, without my permission, took money away from me and made a payment towards my Comcast internet bill for hundreds and hundreds of dollars. That's fraud. That is identity theft and fraud.
No, actually, Phil, when I go to the bank and I make a payment on my car, that's not identity theft and fraud. If I send someone to drop that check off for me, that's not identity theft and fraud. It's identity theft and fraud when someone takes my money to make a payment on their car or their Comcast bill. They took your money and paid your bill for you. That's called doing you a favor, Phil. That's called someone running an errand for you. Again, and I might have to clip this out later. He probably changed router name himself for story proof. I don't think he'd go that far. I'm entirely willing to believe that someone hacked his router. Maybe it was his wife. Wasn't there a divorce? I don't even know. This is why I don't want to get in on the weeds of this. But again, I don't think he gets it. He probably changed. What? Why is he dressing as our waiter today also? Yeah, he does kind of look like a hipster hostess. Like, hi, welcome to whatever it is where we serve you whatever it is because it's whatever it is. But yes, dude, it's not. If they spent your money on other stuff, if they took out bills in your name, that's identity theft and fraud. Please film the judge's reaction when you go, Your Honor, they stole my identity and they paid my Comcast bill to the tune of hundreds of dollars with my money. That is identity theft and fraud, and I want them held account to the highest extent of the law. You know what the judge is going to do? He's going to laugh in your face. So you had this money. You've owed this bill. You weren't paying it, but they did. You know what that is? That's a debt collector without the middleman fee.
You cannot do that. That is a crime. That's not, I'm messing with someone's internet. That's an actual serious crime.
Right. An actual serious crime. And it could have been way more serious if they took the money and ran. Again, the weird part is that they took your money and used it to pay your bills, Phil. Something you should have been doing on your own. I mean, honestly, I really wish, I wish I had Nick Rekieta, available on, I could call him for legal advice, because I really want to know how serious, if I were let's say I were the person who did this, how serious should I be worried that I accessed his bank account and I used his my access to simply make him pay his bill? I didn't take any money. I didn't do anything. I realize it is probably identity theft and those things. Those things are technically true. But is it really a weird crime? Because, again, he owed the money to that person. I just made him do it. Doesn't really seem. And I didn't even take any money for my time. You know? Most of the time when you pay an accountant to handle your finances, there's a fee involved, Phil.
Okay? You cannot fuck around like that. And this person thinks at this point they can get away with anything. Mark my fucking words. I'm coming for you. I'm gonna find out who the fuck you are. You mother...
Phil, I have a question, Phil. Did you think that there's a rule when you do shit on the internet, you have to sign up and give them your name? Jesse, what? Really? Holy shit, I'm scared now. Jesse, I'm just gonna... I don't need a response or anything else. I'm just going to say, hey, can you call Aaron and tell him what he thinks about it? No, Aaron's probably busy, but I'm just going to say how much longer on this hack. Yeah, I think I'm going to move on in a minute, but I am going to say Lab Glass and mods in the chat. If you feel like timing out is necessary, I ain't going to complain. All right, so again, this is the payoff I needed. I don't think I need to keep going on this.
Serious crime.
Right.
Okay? You cannot fuck around like that. And this person thinks at this point they can get away with anything. Mark my fucking words. I'm coming for you. I'm gonna find out who the fuck you are. You motherfucker. Okay? Because they've been doing it now for how many years? It's been a month since the October incident. Comcast has done absolutely nothing about it, right? So, there you have it. Okay.
So someone's been hacking you like this for years. Phil, when are you going to do something about it? I feel like, Jesus Christ, DSP worth hours of content to laugh at, in my opinion. I'd be against it, but DSP deserves it. That is a drop that can be used after. I don't know about that. Either way, we got going through all of that. DSP's been getting fucked with for a long time, and wow. All right, let's go ahead. That's the 12-year-old story we covered already. Holy shit, we're halfway through the second hour. I haven't finished my second hour stories. Let's keep going with some of this. We did cover the Selma Blair thing. Derek Chauvin, dead man walking, even before the Thanksgiving stabbing from former prison minister. So this is just a quick thing. No, shut up. I don't want your shit. As you all know, George Floyd's convicted... the person accused and convicted of killing George Floyd, because after all, whatever. George Floyd's convicted killer, ex-Minneapolis cop, Derek Chauvin, was a predictable attack on a high-profile target at obvious odds with his fellow inmates, according to experts. Again, it's like all of us are just going, duh. That happened, duh. And we're like, hey man, duh, the guy's gonna get attacked. He's been a very public figure. We have pretty much canonized the person he attacked, or didn't attack, the person he apparently is accused of killing. So are we surprised that prisons, which happen to have large populations of African-American men, none of them are going to be like, you know what, I'm going to do something about this. I'm going to balance some scales. I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I'm saying it's predictable. Give me a wrench, I'll clean up this chat, says Ross Dog's Broken Spirit. Well, the chat on YouTube is fine. It just a bunch of, like I said, I get weirded out with people that spam the chat all the time. If it just seems like it's nonsensical, and after a while I'm like, all right, you can step down for a minute. All right, but anyways, let's keep going. What are we? 37 minutes in, and I've got 37. Oh wow, that's great. That's ironic. So, the mother of George Floyd recently posted on Twitter saying, "I am outraged." She began her post. "My son was stabbed on Friday at 12:30 p.m. Not one person from FCI prison, BOP, or the FBI has contacted me." She said she had major concerns and questions about the incident, which authorities have so far declined to discuss publicly. And now Keith Rover, an expert on prison stuff, saying he was a dead man walking his first day in prison. This definitely won't be the last attack. Absolutely right. It won't be the last. Summit, Rothschild, Bilderberg. So that guy is still alive. Yeah, he is still alive. Globalism, COVID, Satan. Rusty Grammar, do you need me to take your sword away? Are you doing the thing where I'm saying I don't care for weird nonsensical shit spammed in the chat? Because you are doing it. I mean, I can drop your sword. I don't want to, I was just kidding. I know you're just clowning. You're making fun of me to take the piss out of me. Like it's what we do. We fuck around, and I appreciate it. But like I said,
not interrupting anything, am I?
No. We're just hanging out. But thank you, Was Fill Some Holes, for the 100 bits. It won't be COVID. Something else kicking off in China. Oh, dude, it's not COVID. It's definitely not COVID. I actually have some more personal experience on that one that we get to talk about too. All right, so Derek Chauvin, not the last attack. I'd like to say duh on behalf of everybody. Now we have a slew of videos coming out that have been put out on the internet of just weird memes and shit. AI, again, being used to just do crazy shit. Apparently there's a thing called Motion Brush, and I have no idea what the fuck Motion Brush is. Let's see what this is. Again, these are weird AI videos. Go. Oh, fuck you. No fucking way. I'm playing that again. They took still pictures and they just gave the... Also, dude conveniently gets stabbed after the Fall of Minneapolis doc comes out. Right? Yeah, Kotod, that is another... After the Fall of Minneapolis documentary comes out, after he makes a public appeal where his lawyers stated, and made a very good case, might I add, about how the trial was anything but fair and impartial. Conveniently gets stabbed. Very interesting. I've got to watch this again to just see if it... That's got to be fake, right? No, I don't... Rewind. All right, so we're going to move just the bird. Nothing else can move in this scene. So that's going to move. The smoke and everything is going to move. Yeah, but we're zooming out. How are we zooming out? Again, I don't know. That looks like someone's making a fake video and just making it look like they did that shit. Midjourney creates stunning computer-generated pictures with just a few text prompts. Then the Runway program has the ability to bring those pictures to life. Are you fucking shitting me? Rusty Grammar at Lab Glass. I go by Chris Miner 01 now since I was Twitch banned for chat spam. What? I didn't know that. Alrighty. So these programs are amazing. They can do that shit that we just saw. It's now going crazy on the internet. Actually, let's go close this. Let's see what people have been using the internet to do with these things. Let's go boop and start it here. All right, it's creepy because the eyes are like... The eyes are weird. That's really fucked up. All right, so that's one. Oh, another one? Here we go again. They made them turn, okay? You can't tell that this shit is fake. Oh my God. Everything. Oh God, what did you do? What did you do? literally, you are not going to be able to trust anything you see on the internet ever again. Like, congratulations, fake news. It's over. It's over. Small egg picker already saying. Small egg picker, that's an old meme, though. Yeah, it's an old meme, but my point is they used the program to just literally take the picture of the meme that we've all seen, and you saw two different versions of people just fucked with it. And other than the fact that the guy looked possessed like a demon, it was almost passable. And you and I could fucking do that shit with no effort whatsoever. So now, yeah, like Small Egg Picker said, now I really don't trust the news. Don't tell me the dancing COVID TikTok nurse were AI or something. Now I can't trust. And they're putting the memes on the internet, and it's turning the internet gay. Sorry, I apologize. I'm a God-fearing man. I'm a Christian. I apologize. All right, so, you know, as someone who does want to do some animation stuff, though, I might want to look into this and see how if I can use this to my advantage. I thought you were going to give her bigger tits. You're telling me, do you want to change something and you just changed the top? 1, incredibly fucked up. 2, give her bigger boobs. Black leather outfit. No, I want to see bigger boobs. I want to see bigger boobs. Because let's be honest, this is America. If we saw that video and you're like, what do you want to change? Them titties are too small. This is scarier than shit. This is scarier than shit. The fact that we can take pictures and videos and make shit just by typing some words, holy fucking eye. Can AI bring back Harambe? No, but they can make a video where Harambe blew his own brains out. Would you like to see that, Declassified Crocs? Because, I mean, guess where we're going? Guess what I'm doing? No. But honestly, that World of Warcraft stuff that we were thinking... Anyways, so enough. That is disturbing. It is disturbing how good it's getting. Like, this is one of the things where, like I said, I was talking about the problems that exist in this, but there are very little kinks in this thing, and once those kinks are gone, thankfully the audio was down. Sorry about that, angry section. That wasn't quite the punch I think you were hoping for. But again, you were not, like, I mean, Donald Trump started the whole fake news thing, right? But we're entering a day and age now where the whole plot of, like, wag the dog and shit, where, like, no, you better expect that. You better expect that these videos are AI generated. I can start making up my own fake news stories and be like, you've heard it here first. We've got the video that nobody else has. And then fucking drop shit that's completely effing fake. And someone will be like, hey, man, that's not real. And all you can do is go, yep, but prove it. Prove it. And then we're going to have programs that can detect the programs in the programs. We're going to need watchmen to watch. We need watchers to watch the watchers who watches the watchmen. Fucking A. Holy shit. The Germans started using the term fake news in the 30s. Right, the term fake news isn't new, Declassified Crocs. I'm not saying the term fake news is new. I'm saying the term was something that we kind of brought back and was being addressed towards our news media. And we're entering a situation now where it quite literally can be utterly fake news. Not just the titles, not just the headlines, not just the pictures, the videos. We could have videos now. Remember those crazy AI-generated images of Trump being arrested? We could have videos of January 6th, the cops taking down Trump. And again, you can't trust any of it. And with this stuff being out there, they can use it as a blanket, a double-edged sword, a blanket excuse to dismiss the true stuff that they don't want coming out. Oh, all this footage of the peaceful January 6th stuff, that's all AI deepfake. And the worst part is it's getting so good that it could be. And you can't tell the difference. I've seen the evidence. The pictures are the real, videos are real. We all doomed Alex Jones. People in camps, AI deepfakes. The wooden doors, AI deepfakes. Rusty Grammer did it right after I said it, son of a bitch. No, we're saving that until the golden hour of 4:20. We got about 20 minutes for that. We are an hour and a half away from the end of the show. We're having a great time. Thank you for being here, being a part of it. We're going to keep moving. We're going to load our second hour stories. Mind Reader says Declassified Crocs. Right? It's fucking creepy, but it's awesome. Thank you for being part of it. We're going to clear out our first hour stories. Thank you, everyone, for being part of the show, having a great time. Let's start with our next thing here. Actually, we'll just pull the audio down. All right. Well, sorry, St. Caesar's popping one off. Let's hold off on the audio for a second. I'm gonna drop the audio while we get the stories. You know what? Why bring the slider down? Just fucking mute the damn thing. All right. We've got a story about people uniting against Trump on the right. We're gonna talk about the Rosalind Carter funeral service. We're gonna talk about a couple of migrants from Venezuela caught in Chicago, and you won't believe what they were caught doing, because they're just here hoping for a better life. And then we've got a good old collection of something I'm going to rant about for a little bit towards the end of the show, because I've been on this weird tear. I got a hair up my ass about getting myself in trouble. We'll see if it happens. All right. And we're good. The audio's back. It's part of my new project, Major OS. My goal is to type out your chats for you by simply reading your eyes, and facial expressions should be a hit. Well, good luck with you on that. If you're going to use me as the guinea pig, I'd like some what would we call it? Some test pilot research money. I don't know. Just a little something for the effort. All right, so the race for who will be the Republican to run against Joe Biden is not heating up. But the anti-Biden people the anti-Trump people are very, very determined to try and have anybody go up against Trump. And it's weird that they never bring up the name of Morrowind guy. Vivek Ramaswamy. Whatever. Vivek. They don't bring up Vivek. At any rate, Charles Koch is very anti-Trump. And he's got a whole group of people anti-Trump. And this is what I love about the people anti-Trump. We can't have this rich billionaire guy who doesn't respect authority or the rule of law or any of that. We can't have him in charge. We need paid-for, manipulable politicians, because I'm a rich billionaire who wants... I mean, the veil is just falling off. I don't like Trump. I don't. But I do love how many people the veil is slipping on because of Trump. Because they can't handle Trump. So at any rate, the group is now endorsing Nikki Haley in the Republican primary. Americans for Prosperity Action, an advocacy organization backed by billionaire Charles Koch and his network of wealthy conservatives, on Tuesday morning endorsed Nikki Haley as the Republican alternative to Donald Trump ahead of the Iowa caucus that begins the 2024 primary in less than 50 days. Hey, you know what a lot of blue-collar, conservative, Christian American Republicans are going to do? Because you guys backed Nikki Haley. They're going to vote for Donald Trump. Again, the people who support you support Donald Trump. They are not going to back out of that because you don't want him. Again, all the reasons you don't want him are why they do. You don't want him because you can't hold him over a barrel and go, hey, we fund you, we finance you, do what we say. And that's why the blue-collar people like him. Because they're sick of the bought and paid for politicians. Guess what our current commander-in-chief is? A politician bought and paid for by Ukraine and China. And it ain't working out well for us. So go ahead and endorse Nikki Haley. You know what you're doing by endorsing Nikki Haley? You're solidifying Donald Trump. Fonta Gamer, good to see you. Glad to have you back, buddy. Saying, I'd rather have a racist for a president than someone who is controlled by people who don't really care for the country. And that's the point. These people don't really care for the country. What they like is they like having control from the shadows. What David Koch likes is he likes having his thumb on the president. He doesn't like being the president. He doesn't like being held accountable for what the president does, but he does like getting to decide what the president does. And so if he gets Nikki Haley in there, now Nikki Haley has to do what he wants. Doesn't matter if the American people hate it. Doesn't matter if it fucks over America. Nikki Haley has to do it. And you know who we're gonna hate because we're dumb Americans? We're gonna hate Nikki Haley the same way we hate Joe Biden for all of his fucked up shit. But the problem is the people who bought and sold Biden, and the fact that they're allowed to do that. Which is why, like I said, especially coming out publicly, you guys just literally are solidifying Donald Trump with this shit. And the people who go against that will lose the support of their constituents. And if you can't read that writing on the wall, I'm sorry, you're illiterate. A memo circulated by the Americans for Prosperity CEO Emily Seidel described Haley, a former UN ambassador and former governor of South Carolina, as offering America the opportunity to turn the page on the current political era. Right. Turn the page by going back to the way we've been doing it forever with just, blanket red and... I'm sorry, you guys. If you want to turn the page, you have to go third party or, and again, I hate to be I hate to be this guy. But if you want to turn the page, you got to go Trump. I can't read the room. It's a little fuzzy. Yeah, that's just the asphyxiation. Don't worry. That's the COVID. That is the COVID. Trump never did anything wrong to me or affected me or people I care about negatively, period. These other people have all fucked us in the ass in one way or another. Sorry, not sorry. You're absolutely right, Rusty Grammar. And that's what I think the establishment conservatives aren't understanding. And that's why this shit is funny. But the Koch-backed group stayed out of the 2016 and 2020 presidential cycles, but has significant resources to try and boost Haley's campaign. Yeah, it's almost like in 2016, they stayed out because they wanted nothing to do with Trump. In 2020, they stayed out because they wanted nothing to do with Trump. And now in 2024, they can back someone other than Trump, and so they're trying to beat out Trump. Again, this is just another Trump derangement group, not Donald Trump. And the more that the establishment rallies against not Donald Trump, I kind of feel like, well, now we have to go with Trump. If you guys keep saying we can't go with this guy, I kind of, not saying Trump is 100% clean as a person. He just never threw Americans under the globalist short bus. None of the politicians are clean, though. Like I've said before, if you want to hold Trump account to the level that they're holding him account to, fine. But can we line up the current government and process them right in line with him? It's weird how we don't do that, isn't it? Strange, funny, ironic. Let's get into this story. Actually, we'll get through this quick. Former First Lady Rosalind Carter's casket was carried out of Glen Memorial Unit Methodist Church after her tribute service concluded following Pastor Tony Loudon's benediction. Now, the reason we're talking about this is a lot of people were at this. Where's the part I wanted to get to? Why is Bernie Sanders in a picture of a custom walk-in shower? I mean, yeah, he needs one, but... All right, her life was a testament. Trisha Yearwood, her advocating, Rosalind Carter. Can we talk about how we had everyone but Donald Trump there? Apparently, we had Melania, we had the Bidens, the Obama, we had all of the former presidents except Donald Trump. One of them, one of them wasn't allowed to be there. It was really, really weird. Strange, I guess. If Biden was in USA, would have been what? All right. At any rate, let's keep going now. Kennedy is the man. Kennedy. I don't know, man. I don't know if Kennedy's the man. Kennedy's got some weird ones. Read the first message. Yeah, I have this thing where my brain processes shit weird. I'm fucked up. I don't know what to tell you. Thank you for supporting the show. We're going for another hour and a half. We're fully funded today, so our earlier hype train, all the bits, all the subs, all of it, the stickers just fucking piles on down the road. So thank you. Yes, so again, we had Rosalind Carter's memorial service. We had President Joe Biden, First Lady Jill Biden, President Clinton and former First Ladies Hillary Clinton, Laura Bush, Michelle Obama, and Melania Trump. It's weird. We had to have all of the First Ladies, but we left a couple of presidents out. Just strange. I don't know. And I love how we had Melania, but why wasn't old Donald there? I'm sure he wasn't busy. He doesn't go to any of the fucking other shit. I suppose they probably had to try and bring him in on another court charge. So there we go. Boop. That one's done. You know what? We're going to save this one till after. Wasn't there one with a video that we were going to do? Nope. That's the pneumonia thing. So there we go with that. There we go. This is the one. We've got a video. No, I don't want to do your stupid Adobe thing. I just wanted you to skip the ad. And I wanted to pause this. We've got a train in Mexico. It's headed towards the U.S. border. And if you read the description for the show, I mentioned that it has some unclaimed cargo. And you might be, Johnny, that's insensitive. How could you say such a thing? Well, the reason I can say such a thing is because the video, and I have the audio down. Don't do a sound drop for the moment. The video is, as soon as this ad is over, lead in, switch. They're cheering and they're hurraying. And you know what? I understand why they are, and I don't mean to say this. But on behalf of a country that can't take in more people, I would like to say...
Go fuck yourself.
Again, moving through Mexico and Central America, trainloads of people. Trainloads of people. Now, I would not support America allowing trainloads of people to move through our country to get into Canada illegally. I wouldn't support that. It's not okay. I wouldn't want it happening here. I don't like that all of these countries are just okay with these people coming through because they're like, you know what? They're not staying here, so fuck it. No, hop on top of the train and just ride it down the road. I'm a horrible person because I see this and I'm having just knee-jerk reactions and I'm like, why can't we have a closed border? Why can't we simply say, I'm sorry, we're not letting all of these people just walk in unbeknownst to us. And we're going to load it again. Let me guess, we're going to play an ad again. So let's read this quickly. Can we mute it while the ad plays? Train seen in Mexico headed towards the U.S. border with what appeared to be hundreds of migrants riding on top. They were riding on a BNSF railway train in central Mexico as it departed from Guapato, or whatever, Guataneo, around 200 miles northwest of Mexico City. The train route goes from there to Torreon de Monterrey, then to Piedras Negras, a border city crossing from Eagle Pass, Texas. So why, literally, we can't afford to take these people in. Why can't we hold the company running the train accountable or something? Again, they're waving. They're waving like, hey, it's okay. We're just leaving a dog shit country to drag down another one. Because again, things are going so star-spangled awesome in their countries, they have to come here and again, I'm being a horrible dick. They're just looking for jobs and work. They're just good people looking for work. I will say, it looks like there's more women on this than we usually see. They're not even paying for their fucking train fare. So we could just take care of all those people, right, guys? We could just take care of all of those people. Rusty Grammar, about the other story we were talking about earlier. I'm going to get off of this because I don't want to sit on it too long. And we're going to segue into the other part of this story that I'm doing. Operation Warp Speed was stupid, but he was handed that tray of hors d'oeuvres and told to hand them out by who? Fauci hopefully gets the gal to say it was wrong. Has the gall to say it was wrong. Yeah, if he had any balls, he would drop that entire pile of horseshit on the administration organizing to get him out. Because if there's one thing I've realized after looking into our political history in the last few years, it's kind of like Nixon, Kennedy, Trump. I'm kind of like, hey, you know what? People who go against the people subverting the government, they don't seem to get to stay there long. I mean, people don't just do this on their own. I want to know what is happening in the source country, who is organizing, who is advertising. Master Meatball, if things are going badly, people will do this on their own. You know why? You know who's organizing and advertising this? We are. People are documenting their journey. People are documenting their trip across. Oh, and we're hailing them as bold people seeking freedom on social media. So anyone that wants to do it can. And anyone that wants to be part of a subversive group funneling people is, well, it's easier now than ever. Because again, we're documenting it. We're sharing it. The videos are there. The trails are all but marked out. The trains are covered full of people, and at none of the stops that the train has to make from there to here are those people rousted off for riding illegally on a train. And then they're allowed to come here because, again, our administration is in a place where we're not even going to check. Just, nope, where are you from? Where are you going? See ya. That leads me to this next story. Venezuelan migrants caught stealing from retailers in Chicago suburbs, authorities say. Some people will be like, Johnny, this is weird. It's ironic you're doing this story after the first one. It almost seems like you're painting a picture. No, I'm actually just exposing a truth. Here we go. Police had warned of increase in migrant criminal activity coming from Chicago. Wonder why. 5 Venezuelan, let me repeat that. 5 Venezuelan migrants were arrested in 2 separate incidents last week after stealing hundreds of dollars in merchandise from retailers in the suburbs outside of Chicago, authorities said. Hundreds of dollars. They weren't taking food. They weren't stealing to survive. They were stealing because they came here. They were not held to account for any of the laws they broke when they got here. Why should they obey any of the laws now they're here? Part of me wants to be mad at these people, but it's not their fault. Humans are greedy, selfish creatures, and if you let them get away with being greedy and selfish, guess what they're gonna do? Be greedy and selfish. We need to start holding people to account. I personally feel like we've got to have some very strict laws about illegal immigrants committing crimes. If you come here illegally and commit a crime, guess what you're doing? Double time. Automatic. The latest incident happened just before 1 p.m. Saturday at a Macy's store in Oak Brook. Lenguire Guavamuro, 27, and Yinder Moses Anglo Aprecio, 20, allegedly stuffed $770 worth of clothing into a foil-lined bag and left the store without paying. They left the store carrying the bag and refused to stop when loss prevention officers and an Oak Brook police officer on patrol approached them. According to authorities, He allegedly resisted when the officer attempted to take him into custody and was taken to the ground and handcuffed. Angelou Aparicio left the store a short time later and was taken into custody without incident. In a separate incident on Friday, 3 Venezuelan migrants stole more than $500 worth of merchandise from a Kohl's store in Elmhurst. The Elmhurst police arrested Mary Ledesma Zapata, 37, Christian John Savadra Amana, 21, and 33-year-old Broad Pinda Avendano. Sorry. Police allege that Lesmana Zapata was in possession of a large amount of a large magnet, a large magnet used to bypass anti-theft devices in the store. For the second day in a row, my office has filed charges against individuals from Venezuela accused of stealing merchandise from a retail store, DuPage County State's Attorney Robert Berlin said. All 5 migrants were charged with burglary and retail theft. Only Guevara Moro was being detained. All 5 of them were charged with retail theft to the tune of $500 or more, and only one of them is being detained. Oh, no, just let you go. Just let you go. The only reason one of them should be detained and the other 4 aren't is because the other 4 are currently on the airplane ride where they're given a parachute and a kick in the butt back to Venezuela. I'm sorry. But for me, bare minimum, you come here from another country and you commit a crime, it's hot seat back to your home country. No asylum, no nothing. No. You came here and you stole $500 worth of retail merchandise from a Kohl's store and resisted arrest. Guess what you get? You get kicked out of the plane back over Venezuela. We'll give you a parachute. If you come back and do it a second time, you don't get a parachute. And if you survive the fall and come back and do it a third time, it's capital punishment time. I'm sick of this idea that we have to take these people in. We have to let them be here. We have to give them social services. We don't want to be meanie heads. But if they steal, if they break laws, if they hurt people, we can't just frickin' kick them out. That should be the bare minimum. Jesus. If I stole $500 in retail fucking merchandise, guess what I lose? My disability. I lose all of my social support stuff. Why? Because I'm a criminal. I don't deserve disability benefits. I'm clearly a thief. We have veterans starving on streets. I ran into my buddy Jonah today, and we were hanging out, and we were talking about how both of us are suffering, and we're going through a hard time. And I'm like, yeah, man, and we're both, hey, heads down, getting through it. And you're telling me that these 5 fucks are allowed to do this shit, and they're not even in jail tonight? God damn. Why are the rest of us going to work every day? Why aren't we all marching on Capitol Hill and taking the money we're owed from the fucking government? Because apparently people who just got here yesterday from Venezuela, they're allowed to walk in and take whatever they want. Where's the I got my crowd? Let's rally up and ride on Washington, because I think I'm owed some money from the Minnesota government. Where's my money? Jesus fucking Christ. I gotta quit this story. I can't do this. This is driving my blood pressure crazy. I'm sorry. I gotta apologize. I am very sorry. I am losing my shit on this stuff. I am losing my shit on this stuff. I have had my limit. I have had my limit with this goddamn state and how badly people get fucked over in this state who pay taxes. And meanwhile, all of that money is getting funneled to programs. And I guess we're taking care of a whole bunch of immigrants too. Meanwhile, they can commit theft and all this other bullshit. Can we round up the politicians and the immigrants and kick all of them the fuck out? Jesus. Oh. All right. You know what? I'm sorry. Don't apologize. The rants are awesome, says Small Egg Picker. Are they? They might be awesome for you. But I mean, if you could feel the bump, bump, bump going on in here right now, I'm worried I'm gonna die. Because again, I am like, dude, I'm not DSPing. You need to support me because I'm having trouble and that's fraud. No. I'm struggling to get through the month, to get my bills paid, to take care of myself and my kid, and to get shit done. And when I see these fucks come in here and just walk in and just steal shit because, hey, we can. I have so little respect for my government and the people in it that's literally all I can say online. I have so little respect for the people currently in my state, local, and federal government. And I personally believe people in my local and federal government are actual criminals who are actually guilty of crimes. Let's talk about the one. Why isn't Tim Walz in jail for killing our grandparents? Do we really think that he put those sick people in those old folks' homes and then locked them in together by accident? Are we really at that? I'm at the place point now where I've seen so much stuff between January 6th and everything else. No. Tim Walz deliberately tried to kill your grandparents to spike up the COVID numbers, and he's still allowed to be a governor. Oh. So that's where I'm at. I'm sorry. I really want Tim Walz held accountable for the attempted murders that he tried to commit, in my opinion. Because again, deliberately putting sick people in with our grandparents to try and get them sick and lock us out from seeing them, that was all his doing. And I am not going to sit here and go, oh, well, he didn't know. No. It was deliberate. We weren't even the only state doing it. And every state that was doing it had a liberal or Democratic leaning governor or whatever. And again, those are the people who wanted to pump up the numbers and the fear on the COVID. So yeah, bullshit coincidence. At any rate, let's go over here. Angels of Death have always existed. We just have the free internet to see it now. Yeah, Angels of Death have always existed, but this COVID was the first time where we're like, hey, how about we take your sick grandparents and we lock them in old folks' homes with other people. We took the sick and infirm elderly people and put them in old folks' homes so they could get the other ones sick. Okay? It happened in New York. It happened here. It happened in several Democratic states. Weird coinkadink. Almost like they did it deliberately. At any rate, before I literally give myself an aneurysm, and we have about an hour left in the show, so we probably should move on. You mentioned Angels of Death. Well, I've got a video here, and I think I might have more than one. Ooh, I do. I have several videos. How many videos would you like to see? Because we have 3, and I'm guessing you're going to say 3, of women complaining about how hard it is to afford life now. So in the last 6 months in particular, this has been a spike. And now we're going to play some of these videos. Pennsylvania critical care nurse video goes viral on TikTok for calling out how hardworking Americans are living paycheck to paycheck. Again, don't ask how you got here. Actually, yeah, don't do it that way. Let's not ask how we got there. Let's
I don't know why I'm making this video, but like
I shouldn't be smiling already. All right? Cuz like I'm struggling. I'm suffering. I don't even know why I'm making this video. Like remember where you had to get rid of that one guy cuz his tweets were bad? Remember how we had to lock everyone up for COVID? Remember how you had a big hand in this?
I feel like my husband and I are doing everything right. We both have good jobs. I'm a nurse. I'm a registered nurse. I work full-time. He works full-time.
Yeah.
We just got paid this past Friday, right? We paid the mortgage. Bought some groceries. put some gas in the car. And guys, it is Tuesday. And we have like $200 or $300.
It's Tuesday. I have to go and get that clip of Keanu C. Thompson, and I'm so glad that nothing bad happened to her or anyone she cares about. But I do need to get that clip of Keanu C. Thompson. It's fucking Tuesday.
To last us until next Friday. Like, we don't live in a big house. We live in...
We have, what'd she say, like $200 or $300 to last us until next Friday. Ma'am, I paid all those bills you mentioned and bought some food and all that stuff, and I had $200 or $300 to last me the month. But again, I'm the one here sitting saying, why aren't we riding on St. Paul and holding the Minnesota government accountable? Why aren't we riding on Washington and holding Washington accountable? Why aren't we, I don't know, punishing the actual criminals? It's amazing how much of a criminal and a problem Donald Trump is when all of this shit started going bad after they got rid of him, and it's certainly nothing he's doing right now that's making it happen. Weird how we're holding those up. The female Phil Burnell. Dude, God, I can't hold fucking lighters today to save my life. This fucking MS. God damn it. But yeah, she does have a very real point, though, man. She's got kids. She's got a family. They've got to make it another 2 weeks on a couple $100. It's really, really difficult. It's weird. It's almost like the government is the people you should be taking an issue with this on, because they're the ones who fucked up the economy. But again, I'd like to know where you landed on that. But let's see.
And a little ranch. It's 1,100 square feet, 3 bedrooms, 1 bath, us and our 2 kids. And like, I don't know what to do.
Yeah, but remember when you were a big hero because you kept pushing that message about how dangerous COVID was, and you were a frontline worker, and you got all that extra money for, you know, the hazard pay, and we all had to, you know, bow down and respect how boss all of you nurses were for the COVID thing, even though you knew full well it wasn't what it was? But you were all too busy posting your TikTok videos about how you're a selfless warrior and you're a hero. Look, I feel bad for you. I do. We're all suffering. LOL 72-inch TV. Yeah, let's before we get to,
And we have like $200 or $300
all right,
to last us until next Friday. Like, we don't live in a big house. We live
to last them until next Friday. So maybe they're going to run out of groceries. Maybe. And I do feel bad for them if that's the case, especially with 2 or 3 kids. But, ma'am, the pantry behind you is fully stocked with cleaning supplies.
and
The pantry behind you is fully stocked. You've got a fridge and a chest freezer.
a little
You've got at least a 72-inch TV. You've got a cat. It looks very nice in here. Look, are you struggling? Yes. But I give you also America's problem. We're not comfortable enough. We have too much nice shit. We're not comfortable enough. Maybe you shouldn't have had the super nice TV or all the other shit. Maybe you should have squirreled away some money. Dio saying, shit, I make $120,000 and I'm feeling the burn. Everybody's feeling the burn. Everybody is. The problem why I'm taking an issue with this lady in particular is because she started off with, I'm a nurse, and immediately when someone comes, I'm a nurse, I have a problem with you. Don't come crying to me about how horrible this shit is. Part of the reason this shit is so horrible is because the medical industry, especially nurses, were too busy patting themselves on the back during COVID and none of them going, hey, it's not as bad as they're telling you. Show the cars, lady. Let's see the rust buckets you drive. Yeah, there's a whole lot of questions. I've had to change my finances up We all are pinching, but the idea that just, how are we supposed to make it?
Little ranch. It's 1,100 square feet, 3 bedrooms, 1 bath, us and our 2 kids. And like, I don't know what to do. Like, I'm in.
Is the house 1,100 square feet, or is the whole property? For a 3-bedroom, 1-bathroom house, that's got to be the house, right? St. Caesar, just rub one out. You'll be less emotional then. Riding Dirty Llama, 125K, and you're feeling the burn? Seriously? Dude, 125K. You can still feel the burn. I mean, you can feel the burn and still be like, yeah, but I'm all right. I'm all right. I mean, I'm feeling the burn. I'm certainly not putting it away like I used to. I have a wife and kids, and she has no job. Yeah, I'm all right. Right. I'm not putting it away. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying the idea that, hey, man, you're making a lot of money. What do you mean you're feeling the burn? It doesn't matter how much you're making. If you're making a lot of money, but you're still you're paying more than you used to, you're feeling the burn. But some of us can wear the burn better than others. Some of us can't wear the burn and then, keep going. I'm getting to the point where I'm running out of room to wear the burn. I literally picked up a wheelchair to consider DJing, to do fucking DJ work, even though I can barely carry the equipment because I literally can't take. Nobody gives you more money for being more disabled, and I can't take any more losses. It's just the way it is. And everybody's going through it. So part of me does feel bad for her because I'm there too. I'm there in tears looking at my bank account, remembering 2 years ago when I was saving up thousands of dollars and going, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to start making the movie shit I want to make. That money's gone. Guess what I didn't do? Because it got eaten up in bills and everything else. So yeah, we're all feeling the burn. And maybe I'm a dick, but when you come at me with, I'm feeling the burn and we can't make ends meet and I'm a nurse and we make good money. Yeah, I'm kind of pissed at the nurses. Because the medical establishment still hasn't come out and said, hey, we really overplayed this thing. And it really fucked all of us over.
In school full time. I work full time.
Wait a minute. You go to school full time and work full time?
Full time. I work full time.
Sorry, I got to go a little bit further back.
I don't know what to do. Like, I'm in school full time. I work full time. He works more than full time. He works overtime every week. I don't know what to do.
I gotta tell you, these Blair Witch outtakes are horrible. These Blair Witch outtakes are horrible. You should have stayed in the woods.
This isn't how it's supposed to be.
No, it's not.
Growing up, we were told, go to college, get a degree, work to support your family.
Right, yeah. But when you were growing up, you were told that by people who were able to do those things and then somewhat succeed. The government, the establishment, and the world telling you to do that now, they sold you a lie. Making OnlyFans solves everything. Yeah, actually, that is the other thing I'm also kind of jealous at. So far, I'm sorry, ma'am, but if you just give up your dignity, you could pay your bills.
Here we are. Did that. Now what? Now what? I'm not into politics. I don't follow it. Frankly, that stresses me out too.
Yeah, and I would like to say, as I said to Phil, part of this is your problem. I'm not into politics. I don't pay attention on that shit. Quite frankly, it stresses me out too. Do you want to know who put you in this situation? It's the assholes you're not paying attention to because it stresses you out. Again, the people who voted for Biden because I don't like the angry man's tweets. The people who are like, I don't want to pay attention to politics. It stresses me out. You guys had a hand in this. The people who vote for someone because of an ideology, because they didn't wait at the last minute. If you don't pay attention to your bank account and it's suddenly all gone, you can't blame the rest of the world. What do you mean it's not supposed to be like this? I don't pay attention to politics. I wonder how we got here.
But, like, I don't know. Somebody has to do something to change this because, like, I make good money.
Tweety on Rumble. Good to have everyone on Rumble. Tweety saying they're going to break the system. It's all on purpose and it's disgusting. They wiped out my whole family. Holy Jesus, Tweety. Dude, and I don't blame you for saying that, and I absolutely believe there's a lot of truth to that. I'm fighting like hell to keep above water, man. And I started behind the 8 ball with a bunch of deadbeat parents who didn't really plan or put things away or go to college. And they had a lot of advantages, and they pissed them all away. And I had very few advantages to start off with at all, if any. And then I got the whole fucking thing. So at any rate, how many acres of land is a ranch? Well, I think a ranch, they mean like a single-level home. Maybe she means a rambler. But either way, yeah, how much land is your ranch on? How much property... ranch style house. Yeah, how much property is your house on? There's a couple of other questions. I get single story, longer build. Yeah, a rambler, a ranch house. Again, like I said, I get the thing, but I also have some questions because again, as somebody who's struggling in a situation that's nowhere near as good as yours, I wonder. I mean, I make less than $1,600 a month. I have a mortgage and am a single dad. I make it work. Sure, I skip meals, and I don't eat every day. But my daughter does. I will make sacrifices. Right, and that's why I say now and forever, Mikey Two Milk's a man's man and a hero. But yes, that's the other problem I'm having with this. She's explaining her situation, and I'm like, God, if only... both people in this house had really good paying jobs, right? There are 2 people in this house that have paying jobs. There's another person in this house that helps support the people in this house who is a retiree. And with those 3 income streams, we're barely holding above water. So I'm sorry, with this stuff, I'm like, I just figured we're all struggling. It sucks. Yeah, we're all struggling, and it does suck. Thank you, Robin Jackson, for jumping in. I will never trust the medical industry ever again. They blamed me for my dad dying at the hospital, but if he chose to get vaccinated, what the heck does that have to do with me? Again, that's where I'm not feeling for this lady. We might have to move past this.
Money. We don't live above our means. I don't know what less than paycheck to paycheck is. What is that? Poverty.
That's literally...
As a registered nurse.
That's where you're at. Oh, and by the way, again, paycheck to paycheck, that's where I'm at. On disability, doing this, swinging my hat for every coin I can make, doing stand-up comedy wherever I can, doing odd fucking entertaining jobs for my boss, Aaron, because he's going to throw me a couple of bucks. And I'm skipping meals and things, partially just because I'm fat. But again, so I hear your means thing, and I do understand your plight. But there are so many people who have it worse, and so I get how
cheer
you're struggling.
1,000, cheer 100.
Dio, don't. Thank you, Dio. All of that goes forward to kicking the shoal goals. We move forward. Here we go. Let's keep this going. And we might want to check some of these up.
Husband with a second income. He doesn't make as much as I do, but
oh, nice dig.
Brings home good money. So I don't know. While I was in school, all I could think about was, it'll get better. It'll get better after I graduate and I start working, and we'll be able to pay our bills.
Yeah, but you went back to school. That's another thing. How much are you spending on going back to school and paying off your student loan debts and things like that? I'll tell you, that's one thing saving me. I'm going to bail on this because it's a pity party and I'm having trouble feeling bad for you. I want to see this one.
We're all struggling each day. The cost of living is quadrupled. Just to get groceries has now costed me a second mortgage.
All right, the cost of living has that quadrupled? That's gone up a shit ton, and that's one of the reasons why I'm very fortunate in the situation I am in, because my cost of living, like to live here, is very, very flexible. As a result of you are a criminal, of course you killed your father. Welcome to America. Oh no! My name is Antigo Montoya. Oh fuck! I probably screwed that up. Messages, things, right. Making sure we didn't miss any of that. All right. So, anyways, to be fair, her work might be paying for school. That might be true. I'm blessed. That might be true. Again, like I said, she's struggling, and I feel bad for that woman. But I also feel like we're not living above our means. You might be if you think your means are higher than they are. If you would have told me when I was 16 years old I would be making the money I make now, I would have thought I would be doing well in life, not living paycheck to paycheck. Right. And if you told me when I was 16 years old I'd be making the money I make now, I'd be like, oh my God. Like it's like pay for a house every month.
Be serious. I'm
going to be driving a fucking hot rod and all sorts of other shit because I'm going to make a lot of fucking money. Yeah, but then if you're like, hey, but half of that is going to come from a horrible, debilitating disease that you are going to have to fight every day for every minute. And the other half of that is going to come from busting your balls for 6 to 8 hours a day, putting on an entertaining show. And then another sliver of that from helping your friend with his show and just literally dragging your ass anywhere you can to do comedy and music because it's what you love. So enjoy that. And again, I'm paycheck to paycheck. I'm practically fucking homeless. We're all suffering, which is again why I'm like, why aren't you ladies up in arms about the government? How many of you will just march in and vote for Hillary or Newsom, or how many of them? Because I don't like the angry Trump guy. He said mean things about my vagina.
8 people to feed in my house. It's literally between $1,200 to $1,400 a month.
Here's the other thing I feel bad. Some of you ladies, we've got to have all these kids. No, you don't. No, you don't. You don't have to have all these kids. This is one of those other things where, one thing where I feel bad for people. I'm struggling too. But some people, it's like, I just want to keep having kids. Maybe you don't. Maybe you don't want to keep having kids. And if you're two, like, split families that came together, if you're like two different families that came together and, one had 3 and the other had 5 and now you've got 8. Well, actually, no, so 6. Yeah, so one had 3, the other had 3, then you had 6, and the 2 of you make 8. Like, if that happened, okay, I feel bad for you. But if you're telling me that you popped out 6 kids, 1, God bless. You look damn good for having had 6 if you popped out 6 kids. And 2, the other thing is this. If you have too many kids, that's the thing. If you have more than 2 kids and you're like, it's just so hard to make ends meet, realize that that's a risk you take when you're having the kids. Nobody promises life's going to be good. We don't live above our means. How many kids do you have? You have 3 kids? Oh, above. Oh.
Just to have groceries in my house. So now my credit, that's been great. Pretty much my entire life, because I've always believed if you can't buy it, don't have it. So I've never had credit cards till recently. Last couple of years I've had to get credit cards just to get by certain things, school clothes or certain Christmas. Let's talk about that. Extra added expenses when I'm already struggling. My mortgage gets paid every month, but it's not the first of the month. It's definitely at the end of the month. My bills are getting paid, but I'm falling behind every single day because I have to pick and choose which bills to go behind on so I have groceries in my house.
Again, I feel for these people, but this is where, and I've been this way for a while, why are we not in the streets heading to the heads of government of our states, of our country, to say, you people are destroying this shit, and we ain't going to take it no more. We're all taking to TikTok to boo-hoo. I boo-hoo on the internet for money, all right? So I get it, but come on. We're all taking to TikTok, and again, the first lady, I don't pay attention to politics. If you don't pay attention to politics, I don't want to hear about it. You've walked by this. You think she knows how to close her? She knows how to close down on the finances, but
literal groceries in my house, guys. That's not right. It's not okay. And then I wake up this morning and my dryer shit the bed. My dryer. So where the hell am I gonna? Now I don't have any more. My credit cards are maxed. I don't have $500 extra in the bank anymore to get a dryer, or $900. I don't even know how much, but we're gonna have to.
You're going to need like at least $1,000. I'm sorry. Dryers ain't cheap. Nothing's cheap anymore. Everything. But you know what? Biden said it's because the prices, because they just need to lower prices. How much all that makeup and those eyebrows cost? The eyelashes might be fake. The eyelashes are definitely fake. Let's see. The eyelashes. Let's assume she's doing this herself. All right? Let's assume she's doing this herself. Because if she's not, fuck her. But if she's doing it herself, I'm going to put eyelashes banking at about maybe $20 for the kit. The eyebrow done herself. Let's say reasonably $50 to $100 worth of makeup for everything she's got to use on her face. But how long does that last? You know, I mean, it could be. LOL, I bought my dryer for $50 almost 10 years ago, still working. Had to replace the dial on eBay, was another $50. So I'm 100 in, and that shit has dried thousands. She can shop more frugal. $50 for a dryer, really? Because, like, honestly, somebody get a hold of me if I can get a super cheap washer, because mine is, like, close to shitting the bed, and it's going to make me shit mine. Go to estate and garage yard sales. I've seen washer and dryers all the time. Thank you, Ride and Dirty Llama. That's called advice. I'm going to take that to heart, because I needed it. Alrighty. Oh, come on, Johnny. Joe Biden says poor kids are just as smart as the white kids, so push them babies out. No. We can't. Yeah, look at those eyelashes. She probably replaces those daily. I mean, again, if she's doing it herself, it might not be that much.
Add a new bill to life because mom is going to be going to the laundromat. Okay? And yes, any bill extra is an extra bill right now that I can't afford. Something's got to change, and I know I can't be the only one that's out here. I feel like everybody is silently struggling and just doing the things to get by and going into debt and trying to keep your head above water and smile on your face. And yeah, silently struggling, I feel. Am I the only one?
No. We're all struggling. And by the way, it's not silent struggling when you post it on the internet. When you post it on the internet or you go for a rant for 30 minutes like I did earlier today, we got 45 minutes left in the show, by the way. Thank you for being part of it. All of the donations, everything we get goes towards knocking the goal further forward. So everything we made today and everything's just going to keep kicking that can down the road. Thank you for keeping the show going. Again, you're not silently struggling if you post it on TikTok, but I will say a lot of us are struggling. And my problem is I'm not seeing enough people angrily, vocally holding their political teams to account. I don't have a political team, and I'm holding them both to account, baby. The Republicans, the Democrats, everybody. I'm saying we should be marching on the Capitol right now, peacefully, mind you, no violent protests or anything. We don't want to be George Floyd to part 2. But I'm saying we should be. Cardi B is even flipping out, right? Cardi B's flipping out on fucking big-time celebrities. Everybody's flipping out. And my point is, we as a people should be marching on our state houses and everything. Again, peaceful protests, banners, and all that shit. poster board, nothing angry, or nothing violent, but angrily marching on our capitals going, you guys fucked this shit up. It's time to start balancing the budget. Time to stop giving money to Ukraine. Time to stop funding wars we can't afford. Time to stop letting in all these immigrants we can't take care of because our social service systems are overtaxed. Time to stop fucking up this country because it seems like you're doing it deliberately. And if you can't stop, then you need to leave. And you know what I think we should be doing? We should be getting America's reparations from the politicians who've been fleecing this country for how many years? Where are reparations from all the insider trading that goes on with all? We should be getting our money from Biden, from Pelosi, from Walz, from all these government people who've been dipping their hands into our pockets for all these years. And now all of us are struggling. It's time for them to maybe, I don't know, kick in a buck. You know what I mean? Pass the plate. Pass the plate and the ammunition. All right, there we go. I'm having a weird anti-government rant today. If I'm gone tomorrow or something, it's because as Cardi B said, come to get me because I was speaking truth. So there we go. There's number 2. Here we go. Number 3. She has 2 parents, both public school teachers. Oh, I've seen this one before. This one's from a long time ago. I don't want to play that one again. What is it? Robert F. Kennedy. New Social Security Administration shows the average American worker made $3,400 a month in 2022. That's before taxes. Let me put it another way. Middle class is no longer the middle class. A median income means you barely scrape by. Meanwhile, the median rent has spiked almost $2,000. So again, and this is the other part why we were doing that. Remember the lady said I don't pay attention to politics? Men versus women in terms of Biden or Trump. Trump, men versus women. Trump had women by 42%, men by 53%. Biden, men versus women. Biden had women by 57%, men by 45%. Now, maybe that information is fucked up. Maybe it's hinky. But it does kind of look like women resoundingly voted for the government that put these people in place, and I can understand if they did, because I know a few that did. But overall, I digress. We have 45 minutes left in the show. We should probably do something fun. Let's get rid of that. The child pneumonia thing, we'll do that tomorrow. The vigil and the Palestine thing, that's another rant one. We'll do that tomorrow, too. We'll save that for those things. We'll clear that out. Let's find some more fun stuff. Let's have a little fun for the last bit of the show. Thank you for helping support us and keeping this program going. All right, here we go. Yes, Southwest passenger emergency exit. We'll do that. We're going to mute the audio quick while we pull these up, and then we'll get to you guys in the chat. We've got a video over here. We're going to want to see what that one is. All right, yes. Hold on, motherfucker. All right, where are we going? What video do we have here for you? Oh yeah, we're going to talk about that postal worker who apparently was getting assaulted by turkeys. This should have actually played with the PETA story we did earlier. And we've got stories about a recycling center that'll be awfully interesting and fun to talk about. This one will be a nice little quick one. Boom. The John Lovitz thing we can maybe have fun with. You know what? Actually, we'll save the John Lovitz thing and the sustainable thing. We'll save those for tomorrow, and we'll do overtime. Yes, we've got it figured out. And we're back on the audio. Remember when they tried to spin the locker room talk from Trump in the news? Surprised the support is that high. To be honest, go Trump. Yeah, Trump has never done well among women, which is fine. And again, I don't really care for Trump. I'll be honest. I didn't vote for Trump in 2016. I didn't vote for either candidate in 2020 because I was like, I don't want any more old people. You know what? Like, if I had even a snowball's chance of winning, I'd fucking run at this point. Like, if I even had a chance, I could. Just because I don't want, like, I'm a tard, I am disabled, but I'm not a senior citizen. And I want to run on one thing: term limits. Term limits and age limits. I'm sorry, Grandpa. You're kicking 70. Guess who doesn't get to make the rules anymore? Sit at home, wear a sweater, and hand out Christmas presents, because that's all you're good for anymore. And term limits and government workers make minimum wage. Literally. We're going to be like, oh, well, minimum wage. No. Government workers make minimum wage. We still get to keep all of your fancy benefits. That's part of the reason why the minimum wage thing, not a big deal. And if you're like, hey, man, I need more than $20 an hour. You're like, eh. All right. And let's go. But this is why I'll never be in charge. We're skipping that. And derp. That's a video to get into. But first, we'll talk about this one. Remember how we were talking about the turkey thing? Oh, wait, no. Let's catch up with the chat quick. Duh. Cardi B's flipping out. Billionaires could give everyone on Earth $1 billion and have much change. Small egg picker. That is not even remotely true. Billionaires could not give everyone on Earth $1 billion and have much change. Billionaires might be able to give a lot of people money, but one of the reasons rich people are rich is because they are not generally overly altruistic, because that works against your thing. Plus, I don't know if you know this or not, if all of us got a bunch of money suddenly, a lot of us wouldn't manage it well, myself probably included, you know? How many of us would go out and get that car? Oh, I've got $1 billion. I can go out and get this car and this super nice house. Plus, then your economy is overinflated. We're all spending a lot more money, so now everyone's going to charge more money for shit because everyone's going to make their dividend on the end. Again, it's just how the way it works. It's you gotta bring boats up slowly. People gotta earn their thing their own way. You can't have someone just come in and give everyone a whole shit ton of money, as nice as that solution would be. And that's the same too for the government. You can't have the government come in and just give you money to survive and money to do stuff and just be like, you know what? We can just do this for everyone and there's no downside. No. If only David Chandler could finance your presidential campaign with as much cash as Gates and Soros, you would have a chance. Possibly. I mean, I am remarkably attractive, but that's about all I've got going for me. Other than that, I'm completely stupid. And I'm kind of funny at times. So speaking earlier, we did the story about the turkey. The turkey, PETA and turkeys wouldn't attack people. For those of you saying turkeys wouldn't attack people, and yes, I am delaying this because there's a commercial for something on Black Friday, which happened already, and I don't really give a shit. Anyways, here we go. Boom. You're telling me that those motherfuckers aren't sizing him up to eat him? Doesn't look like it to me. This dude is getting trailed by 4 wild turkeys. They are going to kill that man. Dude, I wouldn't have my arms up like that. They are planning to eat you. You are a human bundle of reparations. You are going to end up in the woods over a fire with an apple up your ass.
I love Lightroom because of its speed.
I love Lightroom because of its speed, but also because it's a commercial that's forced on you that nobody asked for. What the fuck is this? I don't even know. Was I not talking? Oh, you skipped my video over to something else. Screw you, Fox News. Screw you. Alrighty, there we go. Turkey gang runs this trap. Exactly, dude. That guy is getting a turkey train run on him. They found him beaten, bloody, covered in turkey jizz and feathers. Gobble fucking gobble. Can you describe what happened? I dropped off the mail at Mrs. McCollin's, and I was walking down the alley, and that's when I heard it. All of a sudden, there were 4 of them, like, and a guy drove by, and I'm like, isn't this cute? Four fucking turkeys, right? And I put the bag in the truck, and I didn't realize then that's when I heard, And that must have been the go signal. 2 of them took me down at the legs, man. And another one was holding my face in the ground. I don't even know what they were saying. They were just all on top of me, just. And then I blacked out. And I came to covered in what I assume is mayonnaise and turkey feathers. He will never have gravy ever again. Oh. That poor post office worker got by turkeys. Holy shit, my camera's been off this whole time. I did that whole thing. Nobody saw any of it. Great. Yup, medium to low now. Thanks, Brandon. Yeah. The median income has gone low income. And again, like I said, that wasn't happening when Trump was in office. Trump wasn't concerned with doing the things that did that. Trump was actually concerned with fighting the things that seemed to have caused that, whether he meant it for us or not. And that's where I land on Donald Trump. I don't think Donald Trump made America great to make America great. I think Donald Trump was focused on keeping America good to keep things good for him. But you know what? Rising tide lifts all boats. Joe Biden's been sinking our boat, but he's been getting paid to do it. So fuck that guy. At any rate, we've got some more stories. Well, this one from Instagram. I've said it before, and I am going to repeat myself. Mother Nature doesn't respect you and doesn't give a shit. You know how everyone's all like, "Oh, we got to fight for the climate. We got to fight for Mother Earth." Well, I give you Mother Nature fighting for Mother Earth. Welcome to Earth, as some would say. Here's Mother Nature fighting for Mother Earth. It's a goat attacking a recycling plant. Somebody put little notes over it to hide some facts. All right. A recycling center in England was evacuated when a escaped goat or ram paid an unexpected visit. The Essex County Council said that Peatsea Recycling Center was evacuated for safety of the public when an animal dubbed Roger the Ram was spotted on the premises. Again, evacuated for the safety of the public. So you're telling me that ram wasn't attacking anybody. He was just on a stroll. They evacuated the place for one ram because he was just walking through. No, I think he was attacking anything that got in front of him. And they evacuated the place because that ram's going to ram you. It's kind of in the name. The council identified the animal as a ram, but personnel with the Essex Horse and Pony Protection Society, oh, go fuck yourselves, which assisted in the animal's capture, suggested it may have been a breed of goat. The staff gently detained Roger once he had completed his inspection of the site. Yes, this is, again, more of that whitewashing. The animal was attacking the place because, again, Mother Nature don't give a fuck. Granny loves we drinking or just M's in out? What do you mean M's in out? I don't have any booze to drink at the moment. I am alcohol free, so may have been. This is smell like pigger. May have been. Oh, you talk about the goat? Who was drinking? It certainly wasn't me. God, I wish I was. That's a different time. Alrighty, so there's that. I thought there was a video for that, which is sad. It was just the picture. And then this one is also not a video. Again, this is just pictures. We'll talk. Guys, so the 1,100 square foot. Remember the lady with the 1,100 square foot ranch? Well, I got news for you. I got some news for you. We have a story, and we're going to go to this one next. We'll do the video after this. We've got a story for you about an island that I was going to talk about because I thought it was funny. A Florida Keys private island that was once featured on an HGTV series is for sale with an asking price of $2.5 million. The Pretty Joe Rock, a.k.a. Seashell Key, is located just offshore of Marathon and is listed for $2.5 million. The Pretty Joe Rock offers exceptional opportunity to make a Florida Key your own as a private sanctuary with a home of your dreams, or as a successful vacation rental, as the island has already been in the past, the listing reads. The 9,190 square foot island featured on the 2014 episode of HGTV's Buying the Beach. But the single-family home on the property was destroyed by Hurricane Irma in 2017. Single-family home. So again, a single-family home on a 9,190 square foot island. So if you had, 2,000 more square feet, I mean, let's go to the view and not the show. So you're telling me if you lived on that, that's awfully tiny, but again, I'm sorry. If your home is on a larger property than that, this whole we don't live above our means. Maybe you don't now, but the home you bought then is above your means now. So, buy Alex Jones Conspiracy Bourbon and review it. Get in. Maybe. The keys are beautiful. Dude, if I had 2.5 million, no, we saw it all. Did we get the picture? Did I do the picture thing? I did the picture thing, right? Where I did that and that? Yeah. I don't know. At any rate, so again, what is that? At least it's not Boogie 2988 refusing to downsize into an apartment. Yeah, that is again where I was like, that dude needs to learn to live within his means. But in terms of the lady, they can't just uproot their family. I get it. But this whole we don't live outside our means. No, you do now. But you lived really close to your means before. And you didn't realize before that you had it good. And you should have prepared for when it wasn't. But that's where people who have it good most of their life never realize. I've had it bad most of my life. So I approach remotely good, and I'm like a squirrel before the winter. Let's stash these fucking nuts. And let's just say it doesn't always work out. Anyways, let's go over here and close that. So again, that's up. If you have almost $3 million, you can have your own island. And at this point, with the way things have become, I almost want to buy that place, have my own island, and just put a giant wall around all of it so nobody can reach me. I will go fishing for food. I will plant some fruit trees. I will garden, and I will just say, stay away from me. Stay away from me. Unfortunately, we're never going to reach that. That's a level of income we're not going to have. We have 30 minutes left in the show. If you win the election, you would be the second wheelchair president. No, I wouldn't. I'd be the third. Let's be honest. Whenever the cameras aren't rolling, you bet Biden's getting pushed around. I guarantee you, when nobody's watching, somebody's wheeling that old guy around. They can't risk him walking and falling and hurting himself. If Grandpa showed up with a bruise, we'd have to do something. There is a house on an island that's the size, an island that size at Fish House Lake over by the town of Lincoln, Minnesota, for sale 3 years ago for $600,000. Well, the problem I have with that is that it's Minnesota and it gets fucking cold in the winter. Every winter, the lake's gonna freeze over and people can walk into my house. Let's get over to this. This one's a shorter one. We have a story. Well, actually, do we have to catch up with the chat? But you can only drive a car to your house 2 months out of the year. Right. you can only drive a car to your house 2 months out of the year. So why would you bother with a car? And now you have a problem where you go from the boat to the mainland, and then you got to get no. Again, see, this is where the Minnesota thing is why I have a problem with it. And my body doesn't put up with cold weather anymore. I think other than the storm season stuff, I could fuck with living in Florida on like a little island by myself. Just me and my video games and doing my shows and broadcasting. I mean, I'd love to go do stand-up comedy and shit, but my body is falling apart so bad right now that I'm honestly, spoiler alert, smart money is on me working myself to death and finally making it happen this year. But we're going to try. At any rate, we have a comedy show coming up this December, speaking of, and hopefully some more fun stuff coming down the pipe. Let's jump over to this video. Boop. He couldn't even get up the steps to the plane. Exactly, which is why I say Joe Biden is being wheeled around the White House in a chair that probably has a fucking pooper scooper in it, much like the horse carriages do in New York. Why? Because much like the horses in New York, Biden probably shits while he walks. It's, again, my opinion. He probably just poops while he walks. I mean, honestly, I would not be the least bit surprised if this was a message from the future of Joe Biden at the next presidential election debate.
Oh, and I can't think right now for the food.
You could do sit-down comedy. Trucker 18-wheeler, that's not what I mean. I do stand-up comedy and sit-down, whatever comedy. I'll lean against the goddamn wall if I have to. I mean, literally, pushing my body to do this stuff is breaking it, and it's been through a lot of crap, like, in general. So it's taken a beating. It's not. It's a depressing topic. Let's have some fun and talk about Southwest Airlines had to subdue a passenger after opening the emergency exit when the plane left the runway, left the whatever, heading for the runway. You really need to wait till they get airborne if you're going to pull that shit. Because otherwise you're not going to, you open they can just stop moving and, you opened the door.
A Southwest Airlines passenger was subdued by workers on the tarmac at Louis Armstrong New Orleans International Airport after the man opened an emergency exit and climbed out of the plane while it was still at the gate. Workers removed the passenger.
While it was still at the gate. Why didn't you just get off the plane or not get on it in the first place? What is the aim there? I love how I'm expecting this seems like a rational man. Yes, a completely rational man who thought, you know what I'll do? I will say this, despite the UK government, at least our leader doesn't fall over on his own. Damn right, St. Caesar. I'll be honest, if Ivy's mom had you could live anywhere you want, like you just snap your fingers and make it happen, she'd probably want to be, I think, in Northumberland. And even despite everything going on over there, kind of at this point, I'm like, yeah, why not? Fuck it. I don't know. I could fuck around with that. And I'd be sexy with my American accent, So then if I went over there and then became the single dad comedian thing, I'd be like, hey, at least this is exotic and not just I'm Midwest and I eat too much cheese. Sorry. All right. Anyways, so let's go ahead and get to this. You opened the door, the emergency exit on the plane. I feel like the entire time, I don't know if you know this, boarding is not a quick process. You could have made it known that you wished to deplane. Deplane, boss, deplane.
Passenger from a pickup truck parked on the tarmac. Jefferson Parish Sheriff's Office said in a statement that when deputies made contact with the passenger on the tarmac, he appeared incoherent and not fully aware of his surroundings. The Sheriff's Office said the man was transported to a local...
Wait a minute. Are you telling me that the person who opened the emergency exit on the plane and attempted to exit the plane and then resisted arrest, and who is clearly in this video completely shirtless, you're saying that guy might be on something? What? Fuck you. What? Nah. He's high? What? Oh, I can't believe
hospital
that.
for evaluation, as the deputies believed he was suffering from a mental health emergency.
Oh,
The man
okay,
remains in the
nuts.
hospital, according to the sheriff's office. Federal authorities are investigating the incident.
Oh, I was gonna wager that it was a up, and now I can't go back because you guys do that crap. CNN sucks too. Yeah, I was gonna wager that the guy was a drug mule and a couple of them balloons burst before takeoff. He just wanted to drive that pickup, right? They wouldn't let me fly the plane, so I was like, "F it, I'm gonna go home." Actually, he was quoted as saying, "Screw you guys, I'm going home." And you're not allowed to do that. You're not allowed to do that. What the? Oh, yeah. We don't really. I don't even think this was a. Did I do the anti-Semitism at Harvard Exposed? What? It's anti-Semitism on the Hollywood thing. I don't even know what this is. All right. Fucking. I don't even want to bother. We're not talking about those either anyway. So that's that. Boop, boop, boopity boop. Oh, this was the John Lovitz thing. Is that literally what this took us? No, this was just some weird other thing that did on its own. Okay. John Lovitz speaks out about anti-Semitism in Hollywood. I think I covered this. Yeah, John Lovitz speaking out about anti-Semitism in Hollywood. Yeah, it's too bad there isn't an entire group of people that are Jewish controlling Hollywood that can just punish all the anti-Semites. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. That is the way it works. My bad. All right, let's go ahead and get into. We have a good 20, 25 minutes left in the show. Ironically, I'm heating up leftover chili, says Riding Dirty Llama. Oh, damn, Hobo Chili Recipe. Good evening, folks. Good to see you, Hobo. I'd build a grass condo on that island. Riding Dirty Llama, grass condo sounds nice, but again, the house that was there before got destroyed by Hurricane Irma. Might want a little bit of a more solid setup. Just don't want to rebuild your house every time it got a wee bit windy. But yeah, dude, I would totally want to like fucking just build a property there and just be good. Not bother with it ever again. And then just say, F it. I'm taking my kid out here. We're going to stay safe. We're going to play on the beach every day. All right. What were we doing? We cleared those out. I'm losing track of time. I think, anyone smell toast? All right. We got 15 minutes left in the program. Let's pull up some of our overtime stuff. Do some fun shit. Let's drop this down. No more serious stories. No more drama and crap. Oh. All right, we're doing this, and if this ends up sucking, we got other things to back us up. Let's make fun of this commercial. A commercial, I don't know if it's for a specific place or whatever, but to prove that young people and health food people are not entirely up their own ass, let's go with abundant harvests in a magical avocado forest. By the way, going braless, God bless. I just realized before we flipped over there, she's got some natural bounty there. Wow. The Hebrew haters in Hollywood, just like the fact a lot of people don't like their boss. Oh, funny. Must be cold. We don't know that. That's the design on the dress. That is an optical illusion, sir.
60 years ago, our grandparents came to this patch of earth under the mountain and began sowing seeds of care into the soft ground.
Seeds of care into the soft ground. You planted avocados. Get over yourself. Seeds of care into the soft ground. You're growing an avocado. Woo, seeds of care. It's an avocado, ma'am. She is so full of herself. Oh, this hurts. The natives do it in those parts all the time. What? Yes, and I will just buy another grass and treehouse way cheaper. Fair enough. Fair enough. Oh, this sounds gay. Oh my God, she doesn't shave. Holy Jesus. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the quintessential hippie. No bra, she doesn't shave her pits, and would you, gentlemen? She looks like she has a mustache. Is this dude trans? I almost see an Adam's apple. Now I'm starting to feel like if this is what avocados do to you, maybe don't eat avocados. Dio saying R.I.P. Nice tits, but god damn, small egg picker, my boner died. Did it? I don't know. Look at it in this light. I mean, would you do it? She looks... Are her teeth yellow? I did... Trucker 18-wheeler, I would never. I mean, I have to admit, and we're 21 seconds in, so I'm going to scroll this back a second, and then we'll go forward. I'll admit,
under the mountain and began sowing seeds of care into the soft ground.
I was like, maybe, I mean, kind of, the nose is a little long. I'm not going to say what I think about that, at all. I'm not going to say what I think about the nose on the face. Looks a bit of a horseling. But again, I was like, all right, okay. And then we got the weird music. All right, yeah. Where the fuck are we, by the way? Northern California, right? It's got to be California. Oh my God. Chevy JB over on Rumble. God bless the Rumble chat. Chevy JB saying, can I get a bucket of water right under her llama? She is all natural unless it's a dude. And then Chevy JB again on Rumble. I would with the lights on. Feeling very different. Oh, Jesus. Accidentally opening the HTML page. Feeling very different over on the YouTube. Great to have everyone, by the way. Trucker 18-wheeler saying, I would never. I just threw up. Looks downsy. Can I shave her first? I mean, I feel like that's a consent thing between you and her. And what part are we talking about shaving? Her pits or her lips? Which lips?
They planted thousands of trees, spending their lifetimes with their hands in the soil. We stand in the shade of the tree.
Yeah, get it? They spent their lifetimes planting the trees with their hands in the soil. They ate the avocados and they took the leftover part and they buried it for more avocados. It was such backbreaking labor. There was never any payoff. Why did they do it? They only did it so we could have this bountiful world. No, they did it to live. And again, you are vastly overstating what they did. They planted avocado trees. Whoopity-doo.
Trees planted by our grandparents. We eat the fruit from those planted by our parents, and we watch the small saplings that we planted ourselves grow each day.
All right, where the hell is this? This has to be in America. This looks
There
like...
are so many avocado trees planted across the farm, and they seem to hold a certain significance for us.
Yeah, because you got... Sweet Jesus fucking Christ, we've got another tree fairy. I will say this one looks a little more attractive. They hold a certain significance for us. I'm guessing this is a business and you guys sell your magical avocado tree fruit. So yes, they hold a certain significance for us. They're giving you money for the low, low price of making sure nobody burns them down.
Represent the past and the future, all that has been and all that will come.
Is it just her picking avocados? I thought there was a different chick. Yes, we've seen
Julia
this.
is painting a special portrait of our mom.
All right, there you go. Grandma avocado fruit. All right. I'm not judging. Let's be clear about this. Dio's already getting to it, and I'm going to. I'm not judging at all. I'm not judging. I'm simply speaking from a state of health because I have some hang downs that I have to worry about. Have you considered a bra, Grandma? I mean, just maybe a little bit of care. You know what I mean? Maybe just don't have those things just flopping about all willy-nilly. It's not good for you. It's not good for them. It's not good for us. I just feel like everybody benefits from a little bit of support every now and then. That's just a message from me to you. Everyone benefits from a little bit of support every now and then.
Underneath the avocado tree to honor 3 generations of this magical avocado forest.
At this stage of a painting, I have so much anticipation for what it could become. Right now, this is just the underpainting, but I can kind of see the painting in my mind slowly emerging.
Okay. So you look like you're doing remarkably well. And all it is you live on an avocado farm. I kind of feel like you're up your own ass. Is it just me? That knows what the fuck. That's called taking it's called taking Ann out of the closet but not taking the closet out of Ann, if you know what I mean.
And it feels pretty exciting. I can see the potential for what it could become before me.
All right, I am not doing 20 minutes of this. Painting a portrait of our mom, picking the fruit of the trees. Good morning, ducks.
Rooted with intention that transcends time. It cradles our bodies as we pick avocados from high up in the branches. The thousands of open leaves tell us to find knowledge within everything.
No, they don't. It's a tree. You know what the tree is saying when you come by to take the avocado fruit? Ah! You just stole my children, you bitch! And by the way, I'm exaggerating because trees don't actually feel things. They grew up fast. These trees came up every time we moved the outhouse. What? I would sing You Look Better with the Lights Off. Oh, trucker 18-wheeler. Oh, man. So you're saying avocados, those pits are hairy too. She's got a wooden dildo and likes the splinters. Oh, Chevy JB. Oh, my God, no. No.
Delicate flowers have begun to blossom for next season, and bees encircle them, collecting nectar for the hive. They teach us that to give and receive is to flourish with nature.
Right, and if all the bees suddenly die, and they might because the world isn't balancing itself with nature, what happens to your magical avocado trees?
In the years since we've become stewards of this land, we've watched ourselves transform and grow with the landscape.
Holy Jesus. Again, this lady needs to be the first model that we sign on for new Levi's camel toe jean or Levi's moose knuckle cut jeans. Levi's moose knuckle cut jeans. Are you tucking?
We eternally shift with each season, growing with the garden and moving to the stream's tide. We are planting avocado trees below our parents' tree.
Again, I don't know if you guys know this, but you can pretty much grow an avocado tree in a bowl of water. Thank you, voice crack, for sucking all the masculinity out of my ass. Is that a bush or a penis? Ride and Dirty Llama correcting me. That was in fact not a moose knuckle. And I thought it might have been a moose knuckle. Maybe it was a bag holding tools.
It's not my bag. That's not a bag. That's my fucking coochie lips hanging out.
Holy Jesus. Like, you have to, like, roll those up? So, I mean, like, technically, when, like, not to get too personal, but when you hook up with a guy, do you, like, or girl, whatever tickles you pickle, do you, like, literally unroll the red carpet? Is it just, let me roll out the red carpet for you? What do you mean the red carpet? Well, I call it that because it's largely pink, and then once a month it's actually literal. All right. Again, it's just the level of huffing your own farts. Yes, you're planting an avocado tree.
Glisten in the afternoon light. They sit so proudly, spreading their leaves to the sun. Now the trees descend down the hill with deep twirling roots reaching far below the surface. Our roots are entangled with the trees planted
Painting
by
details.
those before us.
Oh, God.
They teach
I thought
us
she
to
said
search
harvesting
deep.
black.
As we sit below the chain of trees planted by those before us, we understand that we are daughters of the earth. We are all born from nature's systems, etched with the truth of the sun, the stars, and the shifting seasons.
So you're just sitting outside collecting avocados and petting ducks. Again, I don't know if you know this, ma'am. Most of us have too much shit to do. This music is giving me brain aids. Well, we're probably going to tap out because I feel like we've made about as much fun of this. Wait a minute. Most replayed. Let's see why this is the most replayed. Oh, I figured out. Have you figured out why it's the most replayed part yet? We are such dog shit pieces of shit.
The tree is full of fruit. Our parents planted it years ago, and now...
Here, I'll play it one more wow. I'll play it one more time. Let's see if we can figure... I'll give you one more chance to see if you can figure out why it's the most replayed. Gotta have big lips to find it through the hair. Oh. Oh, no. Oh, no. I just failed to drink.
This black sapoti tree is full of fruit. Our parents planted it years ago, and now we're nurtured by the gifts of its fruit. Julia loves to eat them fresh on their own. They taste just like chocolate pudding, and this is why many people call them chocolate pudding fruit.
All right, now I want a black sapoti tree. All right, most replayed. Cooking a raw, colorful cake. I don't give a shit about this. Painting the background. Shepherding the goats and the sheep. Spearing, gardening. Finishing the massive project. So again, you're just gonna tickle your dick all day long. All right. No, I don't know why. I thought that was an ad for something. So you just literally made a Mother the Mountain farm. All righty. You just made a video. 699,000 subscribers, 3.7 million views on this video from 10 days ago. I'm not saying I should be way better than that. I'm saying I should be better than this if that's that successful. God damn. God damn, I suck at my job. Fuck. Was that CNN? Oh, YouTube. No, it was YouTube. It was YouTube. I thought it was an advertisement for avocados, and I was going to make fun of people huffing their own farts. But apparently, it's an entire YouTube channel of a bunch of all-natural ladies huffing their own farts about, and now the magic of the fruit of the earth and what it teaches us. Yes, and I'm guessing you're in Northern California from the video we saw. But I wonder how that goes on the fruit of the earth if a bunch of immigrants just roll in and decide to start eating all your fruit and, eating your ducks. Good luck to that. Anyways, did they show the dad? Was his dong down to his knees? They didn't show the dad. It was all women. I dare to say this whole operation of theirs may just be funded by a Black Widow thing, Just, my wife watches a show called The Lost Kitchen that is a lot like that. Well, that was an interesting little jaunt down the road to look at something strange, weird, and what the fuck. And, gotta say, From the pits to the tits to the lips to the lips. A lot of bush on that. Wow. I've never been so happy to realize, looking back on my sexual career, that I have known incredibly hygienic women. I've been so fortunate to know and have dated women that are like, you know what? How about we keep that down to a minimum? You know? Because I'm telling you, if she ain't... There's a diaper down... She got a veritable diaper down there. I'm just saying, if she ain't shaving her pits and she's not, shaving her mustache, then she's definitely not trimming the basement carpet, if you know what I mean. And that is just wow. That is, because I believe, and let me say this wholeheartedly as our final closing thought of the day, I believe entirely that men and women should shave their pubes, or at least keep them trim. Trim it up, all right? You're not a completely unkempt, hairy individual. Keep it neat. Just from a presentation point alone, not to mention it'll help control the smell. Let's be honest. I don't know. I never shave. That DO is more information than I needed. I don't grow much hair either. Again, more information than I needed. So I guess you're kind of following the rule with minimal effort. Quit bragging. Quit bragging, motherfucker. Stop rubbing it in our faces that you don't have as much hair. My peep. Oh. So you have other things to be hygienic about. And on that note, I again have to say overshare. But again, thank you everyone for being part of our show. Thank you, Jesse, and everybody else for having a good time. We're going to pop out of here. We've been Johnny. You've been an audience. Thank you for the support. We'll be back tomorrow at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time with another 3.5-hour show. Until then, don't take it too seriously. Try to have some fun. Keep your head above water. And, don't vote incumbent, I guess.
Game over. Fuck! What the fuck? Fuck! Who the fuck? Fuck this fucking... How did you do fucking... Fuck! Fuck! Game over, man. It's game over.
Is that your beat?
Your mouth all glued up with Connie juice. I asked you a question.